Okay, yeah, it looks like we're up here ready to go now. Welcome to our next most recent catch-up here. It's your boy Top Walker. First time commentating catch-up, super exciting. And today I'm joined here by Toad on his own, man. Yeah, because it looks like we are already starting up our round one for today. It's going to be Toast and Butter on Sonic going up against Zero on Terry. We're working on getting the scoreboard up here in just a little bit, but right now this is our first game that we're just getting started with. Zero currently down one stock, but has the opponent at a high percent. Regardless, Toast and Butter able to get the opponent off stage, and we're like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're right in the thick of this right now. We're already one stock down, and presents are high on both ends. That's right. That's definitely one thing to keep a note about Sonic, particularly with back here, that there's really no sour spot on that. It's either you're getting hit or you're not getting hit by it. And as you can see, that was a pretty darn strong hit that goes at 2 stocks in a row now. Still sitting at 179 and lives it up against that forward throw. There we go. Oh, good edge guard by that. 228. That bastard is still going to be techable, and only that up smash just now is going to be closing out the first stock on Toast. Very true. Yeah, very true. That's definitely something to keep in mind as we go throughout this next stock here, because it definitely looks like, you know, Toast and Butter is likely taking it into account, not really rushing into too many interactions for this one. Oh yeah, if you just go into your settings real quick, you can go ahead and select your mic. We'll get you on here in just a second. Meanwhile, it looks like, yeah, try that again. This last stock here. We got our volume on our co-commentator. Good last stock here from Toast and Butter for the first game.
Let's do that again sometime.
Yeah. No problem. Sorry, we're just working on getting our co-commentator on here. Meanwhile, it's like round one has been won here by Toast and Butter. It's updated on the scoreboard that you can see here now. So now we're going to be running it back to PS2, like the same matches as well.
How's it sounding? Can you hear me? Alright,
okay,
perfect.
now we can hear you. Okay, great to have you on here for sure now, Toast.
I'm back from the dark side. Sorry about that. We're kicking it right now. We got the switch to Raw right now. Terry wasn't doing so hot last match. Going back to PS2. Let's see if Zero can change his fate.
Yeah, and I think you got the Raw pick online. This should make this a little bit more interesting. Obviously, he's going to be able to have like a little bit more survivability, though that larger frame might make him more susceptible to damage at the same time.
Exactly.
Right.
We got some more zoning tools to be careful of when it comes to Zero. Trying to stop Toast and Butter from approaching, so it's going to be definitely a little slower, but by the looks of it right now, Toast and Butter's doing pretty well off.
Yeah, Toast and Butter's actually up to a pretty good start to the second match, despite, you know, like that Terry pick was definitely starting to catch up to him a little bit, especially since like he was definitely starting to be very wary of that go meter. But now this is like introduced like a whole different game because his opponent can just straight up zone him out if he really just needs to get that damage up on him.
Exactly. And we got the tricky ledge situation right now. Zero can't really keep him pressed right now, and he's got to recover. Taking meaty damage, almost eats the up smash.
Yo, yeah, good block on that up smash.
We got Zero trying to get his feet to the ground. Now it's a little more even. Can't really keep him at ledge.
Yeah, no, having a hard time keeping him at ledge, but at the same time, Zero's doing a great job at just keeping control of the opponent. It seems like a lot of the approach options that Toast was able to previously rely on are now just going to be beat out by that Nair entirely. Yeah, there we go. Good job on Toast pulling out in the lead, but that up smash from Zero is going to be tying the game right back up here. Yeah, we'll see if that gets a little bit better here. Alright, there we go. Good hits once again. A little bit of a trade there with the gyro in the neutral as well. And look at these strings here falling up from... Okay, good back here to follow up.
From center stage off to the left side.
Yeah, just to break that down a little bit, that was two spin dashes followed up by forward airs, and then following up that other spin dash off stage with a back air off of that spring. So really good use of the toolkit there on behalf of Toast. And then using that side B, it has a little bit more priority than the down B, was able to collide with that gyro to avoid getting edge guarded. Still able to retain some good control of the stage here in the neutral, what could potentially be Zero's last winner stock.
Exactly, we got Zero holding on center stage, what he's been doing pretty consistently this entire match. Let's see if he can even things up a little bit right now by keeping Toast off stage. Makes it back, lifts the side B, that's going to put him off stage.
That's right.
Nice dodging by Zero, knowing that every hit counts at this point in his stock.
Exactly, even at 91 and despite being a heavier character, yeah, when you're down to stock, you definitely don't want to be taking damage you don't need to.
He's just itching for these two. Toast and Butter still being a little calm, but now Zero's putting the pressure on with his traps and projectiles.
Ooh, and there it is. It's that hitbox I mentioned again. It's either it hits or it doesn't. There's really no in between with that back air hitbox.
If you're hit by that back air, you might as well just start rolling up your controller, it seems like.
Yeah, it's a very strong KO option, and it definitely seems like Toast and Butter is putting it to great use so far in his winners round 1, so we'll see how things progress with him in the bracket. Meanwhile, why don't we go ahead and have a look at that bracket here, because it looks like we do have a couple of people to look forward to seeing today. Any particular names that stand out to you?
Let me see. Let me pull up said bracket. Let me see. I know Toast and Butter. I have fought him a few times, and I can tell you that man does not let up. Like, yeah, he is relentless. Sure. He is. I can tell you that he is very consistent. And then I've also faced against Zero. I think his Rob, if I'm correct, it's still his main character, and I can say he's very good as well. But a unique matchup. You don't really see this matchup too often, especially here in AZ.
Yeah, that's definitely not one that you'll see like it's like one that you'll see like, I guess, like, not really rarely, but like we only have like probably like a handful of those to really go around. So that's definitely something that like is gonna have to be accounted for, like when going up against someone like Toast and Butter, is that like you'll pull out characters that you don't really get to see in every particular instance, like throughout like your normal bracket run. But at the same time, we do have a couple of other players to look forward to seeing as well besides Toast. We do have Astil here today, as well as Okio, Spidey, Squambo, just to name a couple of other names. I do believe we also have Storm in here from GCU as well. Already completed his winners round 1 and is going to be going up against the Zet Cup next. Okios is here too, also did very well at our Almost Ascension event. If I do recall correctly, he made, I believe it was like top 3 for that event. So really good placement there. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he has in store for us as well. But how have things been with you, man?
Not too bad. You know, right here, just taking it easy. I'm seeing right now on the bracket what's very interesting is Acetil is just a name. You got to know if you're an AZ. You know Acetil. You see his Richter in action, and it's unlike anything you've really seen. So it's very exciting. And then I can also see that we might also have, let's see, I see Okio, Spidey, all those. We have, I don't know if he's there, but it seems like we might even have Krupp as well. And that's going to be someone to keep an eye on as well. He's a dominant Falcon. I can tell you that whenever he pops up, you gotta keep your eye on that Falcon. He's gonna wow you in some way every match. Yeah, no, that's definitely like he's basically like, I guess the best way to put it is, well, I guess I could get creative with it, or I could just say he's one of the Krupp brothers of legend, of fame. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like you hear about them all the time here in AZ. You know exactly. I could say, walk in a venue, the air changes a little bit. Yeah, I could say like he's very talented. I could say he's very committed to the game and to his character and his playstyle, or I could just say he's one of the Krupp brothers, and we could just leave it at that because we all know. Exactly. There you go. So with that said, it looks like it's definitely going to be one player to definitely keep an eye out for as well. I do believe actually, like because Tap Jump is held like more so like in the Glendale area. There are some players that, like, I think like Swambo is a good example of a player that we normally wouldn't be able to get
in our brackets like on a normal basis, just because of the fact that, you know, like just distance and transportation and all that. So it's always good to have like these sorts of weeklies available in different like parts of the scene and the state as a whole. So it's very good that we have the Tap Jump series back in action. I know we had this prior to quarantine. But, of course, there is going to be one event where you're definitely going to have to be. Even if you have to drive an hour, a day, we even have some people that are going to be flying out for the upcoming Ascension on October 23rd. I don't know if we have that little graphic there available, but even if we don't, man, smash.gg/Ascension. That's where you got to be. Even if you don't have the money to pay for it right now, you know, it's a couple weeks out, and you can choose to pay at the door if you'd like to. You don't even have to pay on the website straight away. So there you go. That's definitely one thing, Toast. Toast. When's the last time you were at Ascension? Because I know I had seen the name Toad like in a couple of my Ascension brackets. I know for a fact.
In all honesty, I've gone to every Ascension. I can tell you straight up, it's always a good time. There's so many events to get sucked into. You got the big matches on stage, seeing every AZ homie going up there. You know, I've been to almost every Ascension ever since, you know, the dawn of Ultimate. I've been trying to go every time it comes around because it's definitely an event to watch. Right now we got Storm versus the Zek right now.
That's right. Pichu versus Young Link about to get started here on PS2 for winners round. I'm sorry, for winners quarterfinals. We actually do have a somewhat small bracket here, so winners quarters is about to get started between these two. And I know for a fact that I've seen actually Storm win a couple of amateur bracket runs. So considering that this is like, you know, essentially like a round 2 of winners. Even if it's labeled as quarterfinals, this is still pretty early on in the bracket, so there's still plenty of opportunity for Storm to shine before, you know, being put to like a true test against someone like on the PR, for instance. On the other hand, we have the Zek on Young Link, who I've also seen do very well at our Monday and Wednesday tournaments as well. So, you know, putting them up against a bracket of some completely brand new characters and matchups, and it looks like Storm is already adapting to the competition with a well-timed F smash, but that L smash is almost going to be taking this first stock for Storm as well.
Exactly. Right now we got Storm continuing to apply pressure. A trade that's not going to favor him. That's going to put him off stage, and now everything's back to even. Interesting matchup right now with Young Link and Pichu. Another two characters you hardly see.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true, because like these characters, I feel like these characters had a lot more precedence in the beginning of the game.
Definitely so. You know, maybe it's just, you know, some people realize other characters might do their formula a little better, but that doesn't mean they're not good. We got them right here going right at it.
I mean, we just got like our last, like, what is it now, like 13th DLC character, and I'm sure plenty of people found something that they might be jive with a little bit more, especially through like patches and everything.
Exactly. You know, the game's been out for a while now, so, you know, tides change, characters come up, characters come down, you know?
Very true. So that only begs the question, really. Is it possible that they've been playing these characters since day one, hasn't dropped them for a day? Or is it possible that maybe they just found them through a patch or a buff or anything like that that maybe incited them a little bit more to playing the character? You know, you always got to ask yourself those kinds of questions, but regardless, they're definitely putting these characters, pushing them to their limits right now. Well-timed Nair to catch that jump option, and the Zek is definitely playing this Young Link pretty damn well, if I say so myself.
Extremely well. You know, the ledge pressure is insane from Zek. I see right there, he was able to get the stock from it. Not to mention his ledge pressure is what got the trade to even up the stocks in the beginning of the game. And, you know, that kind of discipline at the ledge is what's helping him stay ahead right now.
Very true. Look at that. Catching him with the up, he had the shield just fast enough to catch him too. And here's that boomerang for additional pressure as well. Storm going to be opting for the roll option. Seems to be a safe one this time around. Don't want to get too predictable with your get-up options, however.
Exactly. And if there's one thing we've been seeing with Zek is that they carefully, but Storm facing perfectly from that get-up attack to be able to hit him with an F smash. Now we got a game.
Yeah, we got ourselves a last stock situation here for game number 1. However, that percent is definitely in favor of Zek at the moment. Oh, and there we go. Look at that bomb into down air confirmed to close out game number 1.
Insane pressure coming from Zek. You know, he didn't let him breathe. He knew that if Storm got momentum, he could turn this game on a dime. So it was very, very clever to use that bomb as a conversion to get that kill. And Pichu's light, you know, you just got to get one meaty hit when he's close to 100.
Very true. And yeah, I mean, definitely, you can see Zek already recognizing that straight away. I feel like that's a string that probably would work on like a majority of the cast regardless of weight, but especially when you're Pichu, like confirms like that can be super devastating. So hopefully Storm will be able to keep that in mind, considering that as far as I know, he is a dedicated solo Pichu pick. So it really, at this point, it's just up to him to really take note of these sorts of options and try to adapt to that. Now that we're going to be heading to Town and City, a lot more room to run around in for game number 2.
Yes, exactly. We got a little more space to kind of run away from Youngling traps, but also, you know, he's able to get away, maybe set up more traps. It's very interesting. We got to see how these two play out on this map. Insane pressure coming from Storm off the get-go, though.
Very good pressure straight out of the gate. But still, these percents are looking a little bit low at the moment. It's only going to be a matter of time, especially with how many combos are available to both these characters. Look at that up B, straight into 2 up airs in a row. Leading all the way to 96
situation spelled danger for Storm.
Yeah, even at 97%, you got to be real careful with how light this character can be. And there we go, that up smash catching the jump option is going to be exactly what Zek needs to pull out in front, only withstanding about 47% so far.
Yeah, it's just these quick little conversions are very deadly, especially against Pichu. You know, those stocks just disappear a little quicker. I know it's the old song and dance of what people say about Pichu, but the reason is because it rings a little true. But let's see if Storm can bring this back.
Very true, and at the same time, here we go. There's that up B into up air once again.
Kind of feeling each other out, getting in each other's zone. Ooh, interesting stage spike, but Zek ready with the tech.
And even a reversal too, yeah, good job noticing that there, because, I mean, like, at a higher percent, that's something that Storm could have potentially lost the game to. At a last stock too.
Exactly, and that just shows, like, the reflexes, the preparedness for those kinds of tough, weird situations that you might not expect.
Right, yeah, sometimes, like, even if it's at a lower percent, you really gotta, like, take note of what your opponent is doing there, because it could potentially, like, denote or even, like, insinuate something that could go down a later time in the game. But so far, these up B and up air strings have been something that have been very consistent at a shield for some additional damage, leading all the way to 60% so far on what could potentially be Storm's final stock and winner's run.
Very much so, and, you know, with the 2-stock lead, Zek's just got to control, take it slow. Nice
good
taking from that stock right now with Storm. You know, he's getting the ball rolling, which is what he needs to do to get back in this.
Yeah, solid up throw and a down B to finish off stock number 1 on Zek, but still has a ways to go considering that he's still down to stock right now. There we go, good backer to punish that up B option. Seeing a little bit of adaptability there, and I like that additional pressure with that dash tech following up on the Thunder Jolt.
The Thunder putting a little more damage too, keeping Zek in check. It's still going to trade a little bit.
There you go, needs to be careful. Going to be hit with the forward throw, which surprisingly almost did it from center stage.
Storm in a very precarious position. He's gotta just not get hit. It's going to be very detrimental to his stock. Can he make it back? He will. Meanwhile, we got Zek just playing it cool, kind of throwing out kill options here and there just to see if he'll get trapped in it.
Yeah, and Storm this time made sure to jump right over the opposition with that up smash from earlier. Here we go, feeling at the neutral a little bit. It's going to be very close for Zek if he happens to lose this stock now.
Nice spike, but he has the bomb ready. That might help him get back. F-Tilt's just going to close it out, though, and now we got an even stock. You know, Storm's at a high percent, but he's got momentum now. He knows what he wants to do now.
And he's just shy of max rage right now as well.
See if Zek can buckle down, keep it at ground zero. That way he can maintain this lead, or if Storm can just turn the tables right now. Interesting maneuvers right there from Storm. You can tell he's just playing tricky now. He doesn't want to get caught.
Very true. Yeah, definitely spacing out a lot of his options. Going in straight for that back air, though, this time around. Trying to find his way safely onto the stage. Zek almost reading the on-stage up B option, but was just shy on the spacing.
Just so quick, just so small, it's hard to get a read on where he's going to be. Almost gets the up air.
Oh, there we go. Good down tilt as well.
One good conversion from Storm could just make this 1-1, but ooh, the F-throw might do it, and it will. You at a point, you're just too high of a percent where one hit is just going to end it for you.
And yeah, and even like that, late into the game, like you really tell that that Storm was definitely playing to win there. That's for sure. He was definitely like not fooling around on that last stock and was making it count like a surprising amount than what I would expect from a character like Pichu, like so lightweight. I wouldn't even expect him to be alive in that sort of situation, but made a pretty good run on his opponent there, so that's always nice to see. Even if he doesn't necessarily come out on top, it's a lot of like what goes into the match that really counts in my book, at least.
Exactly, you know, that's very valid because, you know, with Zek, you saw some great discipline. You know, something about playing projectile characters is you need that discipline. You know, you're supposed to set up that kind of environment to make your opponent, you know, a little nervous when they got to approach. I got to give it up to Zek for that. But as well as Storm, what I got to give him really, really high props for.
That's
this dude came back survivability. You're playing one of the lightest characters. Everyone, you know, we were all talking about how he can die very early. You saw that resilience. He adapted. He was able to weave around kill options and able to almost bring it back. You know, maybe a little too late, but that's that adaptation that, you know, maybe next week he can end up going further in winners.
Yeah, it could really take him a long way just as long as he takes note of all these points for improvement. Because there's a lot there to pull from just from that match alone. And no doubt that there's been plenty of other matches that maybe I haven't even caught that were of a similar nature that might have led up to that growth already. So great stuff nonetheless from both of those two. In winners quarterfinals, we currently have Captain Krupp just reported to take 2-0 over Toast and Butter. Aston and Electro is currently ongoing, as well as Okios and Swambo. Which means that the Zek will be going up against Captain Krupp in winner semis, and we'll wait until here in a little bit to see the results of those other two aforementioned matches. So stuff is moving along here pretty smoothly. So far, so good. It looks like we do have a little bit of amateur finals to look forward to later down the line as well. So maybe some of these players that we saw and some that we haven't seen until now will get a chance to show their stuff here on stream today.
One thing you gotta love about these tournaments, you always see, you know, different levels of people itching to get to that next level. You know, you see people trying to step up their game. You might see a little bit of rivalries brewing, or you might see two very evenly matched people. In my opinion, that Zek and Storm match, I kind of want more of that, you know? Like, I kind of want more of those two going back and forth. That was a really good match.
No, yeah, very, very true. It was like it was very, I guess like the best way to put it would just be like, it was close. Honestly, I was trying to like be elaborate about it, but no, that was just a dang close match. Some good games. But going straight into our next one, it's going to be Okios versus Squambo for winners quarterfinals.
The Ice Climbers pick, very interesting from Squambo. One thing I do remember a few, you know, maybe a while back, because it has been a while, but I remember Squambo was playing Yoshi, so interesting to see him with the Ice Climbers pick.
Squambo is a Yoshi and Ice Climbers for as long as I can remember. Definitely know he's been around for a while, just like not around the same parts of the AZ Smash scene that I have been. Mostly keeping himself in Glendale, which is where we are now. So that adds up here. So running the Icy's pick against Okios is not too surprising. Could possibly see the Yoshi counter pick depending on how this first game goes, considering it is still best of 3. Okios, as I'm sure you know, is the tried and true Ness. No real counter picks to be seen there. But a dang good Ness at that. He's some very fashionable results for himself, and some handsome prizings as well. He's been making some moves throughout the AZ Smash scene.
Exactly, you know, he's kind of one of those people who move in the shadows, kind of come up out of nowhere, and next thing you know, he's taking a player that you usually lose to, and you're like, hey, yo, where's this guy? Or like, where did he come from? Okios a very potent Nest right here on deck, and I've seen him go to work, and this man can definitely go to work. I'm very excited to see how this match plays out. You got him with the lead right now, but anything could happen. He's still at a very high percent.
Yeah, he still needs to stay on his toes against an opponent like Squambo. You saw that he was nearly landing that down smash there to punish the uppie on the stage. So Squambo definitely knows how to keep this character and this player in check if he gets a little bit too comfortable in certain situations, especially since Ice Climbers is not a matchup to get comfortable with. There we go. Solid up smash to punish that forward air overextension. Like I just mentioned, Squambo seems to be more than ready to punish those overextensions. Wow. Here. Good pressure at the ledge, though.
He hits him with the multi-hit because he knew that he had to drop shield, or the shield would be so small that it would still hit him just enough at the ledge.
Exactly that. Good awareness on his part. At the same time, here we are back on the ledge once again. Good nair to get Squambo off the stage. Tries to recover with the side B on the stage, instead going to get punished with down smash and not left with any option or any second Ice Climber there for a recovery option.
Right now, just, you know, Okios put on a masterclass there in terms of ledge pressure. Squambo's a very good player. He wasn't even able to get out of that. I saw some insane stuff coming from Okios, you know. That ledge pressure was insane. It ended up getting him the stock.
Yeah, no, it kind of added up to be quite a bit at the end of the day here, but Squambo still seems to be holding strong and steady, still punishing these overextensions very well. Okios still has yet to really well, I guess he's likely taking that into consideration, but, you know, Ice Climbers, a bit of a odd matchup that you don't really get to practice against every day. You can see that get-up option is going to be blocked out and dragged all the way down with those icicles, man. Wow.
Very impressive from Squambo. You know, he might be behind, but he's definitely not out right now. It's back to even. Squambo making sure he's still in this match.
Yeah, really good awareness there from Squambo to be able to call it his low recovery attempt. He was likely just trying to keep a low profile there to avoid any overextension offstage, but it ended up playing right into Squambo's hands. Check out this string as well, leading up to 74%. And now put Squambo in the lead.
Exactly. Now Squambo's in the driver's seat. You know, now Okios has to make a comeback, and Squambo just keeps getting these stray hits, making it harder and harder for Okios to get on his feet.
Very true. There we go. Oh, and getting gimped out of the recovery there by that soft hit down smash is going to be what Okios needs to take game number 1.
You know, sometimes a tricky character like Ice Climbers might lead to tricky situations just like that, but, you know, not to deter Squambo, that man was putting up one hell of a fight. I can say that for sure.
No, that's definitely true, because, like, you want to, like, use the I guess, like, you could say, like you said, the tricky aspects of that character to your advantage, and make sure that some sort of weird happenstance like that doesn't make it, you know, trigger for you instead of for your opponent.
You know, exactly. Good. That's a very good mention right there. And right now we got match 2, Squambo not switching, which I think is a good choice. You know, it was a very close match. Let's get a full match. No SDs. Let's see what these two can do.
Yeah, there we go. Leading straight out the gate with that little last hit of side B, leading up to an up tilt and a couple of up airs as well for 69% damage. Moving on to 78. And it is shaping up pretty well for Squambo straight out of the gate on this Smashville pick. It seems to be a damn good counter pick. 0 to death for Squambo. Already on this Smashville pick, seems to be utilizing every part of the stage, and I guess just prior experience from that last game to the most. Going on to the second stock 22 and still is yet to take a hit.
And to think it all started from one hit of side B, which we thought it was already over. That all started with that. He managed to keep the pressure on to make sure that he could close out the stock. Insane stuff coming in from Squambo.
I know. I guess we're going to have to start seeing the bigger picture, because I'm out here like, oh, good little string off of there. And Squambo said, nah, this is a good first stock.
Exactly. We didn't see the door open, but he knew it. He was gunning for it.
Very cool to see. And already, I mean, it looks like an even game until you look down at that stock count. That was quite the devastating start for Okios.
Yes, you know, but he's got one game to play with, so let's see if he can collect himself, maybe get back into this zone that he was in the other game, you know, putting insane ledge pressure. But right now, Squambo's making it very hard to get that going. Back air is going to put him off stage, though. Tricky recovery is going to get him back on there. Okios trying to hit him with these strong hits, trying to get him off stage or something. But now, Squambo's got Okios in a bad position.
Very true. Got him in a bit of the ropes right now. Almost gets the up air, able to air dodge out of the way just in time.
And that up tilt to up air. Very potent little combo right there coming in from Squambo, and that's going to be enough to take a stock. Right now, it's a completely different game than last game.
Yuppers for 2 stocks in a row, but there's that down smash once again, proven to be quite troublesome for a character like Ice Climbers and for Squambo included here. There we go, off of that up tilt, we're getting a couple of more up airs for 43%, going up to 58 and 67. So yeah, that up tilt has proven to be very potent in this second match here. Especially on Smashville, where it's just that one platform where it seems to be able to play off of pretty well.
Exactly, you know, there's definitely a reason he picked this stage. He was able to get a 0 to death because of it, and yeah, it's that awareness with the stage. He knows what he can use to his benefit, and he might be able to make the set even because of that.
And yeah, Ice Climbers is definitely one of those matchups where it's like, how are you gonna know what to counterpick? Be honest.
Exactly. Like I can't even begin to think.
Let alone like learn how to play the matchup, because it's very seldom that you get to see an Ice Climbers matchup, and very rare, even more rarely, that you get to see one as good as Squambo so far. Finishing it off in a very fashionable second game, man. 1-1 on the board, and we're gonna get our first. Or no, is this our first game for you tonight?
Yes, it is the first game.
Oh
for
yeah,
you
look
tonight.
at that.
You know, cool this is very heated up. You saw Okios take a little bit of control in the first game, and then Squambo with the intense refi right now from this second game. Right now we're going into the third set. See what they're gonna put out on the mat. We'll see what they do. Just insane stuff coming in right now. We got small battlefield as the pick, Okios' pick.
Yeah, so this is going to be the pick for Okios. I would say this is a pretty neutral stage, pretty close to what we already were running with PS2. Not sure, actually, I want to say the DSR is on, so this is likely a next best thing for you for Okios, considering you probably would have run that stage back.
Alright, we got already a better start, you know, already starting off better for Okios than the last match, but that's not going to stop Squambo from getting a nice conversion. He freezes him on the platform, can't really get that F smash, but the pressure is on. You can see that.
Yeah, no, it is definitely progressing here, and still in favor of Squambo, still retaining that momentum, but you can tell that this more neutral stage for the both of these characters is starting to help out Okios a little bit, but Squambo is still layering on that pressure that's just transferring straight from that last game. Down tilt, catching his recovery and almost catching it twice over, but I think that one right there, especially with those two ice pulls there, yeah, that's going to be enough to slow him down out of that recovery, and taking the first stock is Swambo, still sitting at a fairly healthy 59%.
Exactly. You know, one of the most exploitable parts I feel about Ness would be his recovery. You know, it might be hard to contest, but if your character can contest it, clearly like Swambo is demonstrating, very worrisome for any Ness main out there. But we got the healing right now coming in from Okios. He's not out. He's trying to get this. He's trying to make it even right now, trying not to let Swambo run away with it too much. We got the ledge pressure again, his strong suit we've seen from this match. And then the players have reset neutral both at center stage. Just trying to get a hit on each other, trying to get that little inch ahead.
There we go, good pressure with that shield as well.
Dash attack on Nana, that's going to separate them, make their hits a little less powerful, and they're back together.
Yeah, that's very likely something that Okios wants to take more advantage of as well. It has benefited him quite a number of times, as you've seen with that down smash. It's not so much that Swambo's getting hit by those soft hits, it's more so the fact that Swambo's getting hit by those soft hits while Nana's still stuck against that attack, and that seems to be what's messing up Swambo those times where we've seen it happen.
Exactly. But, you know, putting up a solid wall right now, we got Okios making his way in. Interesting up smash read. He knew he was gonna just jump back in or come down with an aerial, so he charged that up smash to at least make it a little more even, a little more breathable for him.
Yup, and there we go. Swambo trying to pressure at ledge with those down Bs as well. Still, Okios is going to be able to find his way through there. I'm actually not sure if he could use his magnet to absorb some health from that, but either way, still landing a good number of hits on the opponent here for 25% off of those PK fires.
And, you know, from what it seemed like, Nana got a lot of those hits. It took a lot of those hits for Popo, so, you know, good hit on Nana might take her out of the picture.
And there we go. Once again, able to land some good hits as well, and Okios potentially on...
Smiling a little bit on Nana right there. He was just, get out of here, bro. I'm stomping.
Yeah, oh no, yup, there we go. That breaking apart of those two teammates, I mean, that's what we call separation anxiety here for Swambo.
Exactly, you know, you can't help but be anxious when you got Okios at ledge right now, putting this kind of pressure. The game's back even. They're both trying to fire at each other. It's game 3. You know, this is winner's bracket life right now.
Very true. This is the both of them here on last stock. It's really all come down to this. A really good place for the both of them, and it's culminating in this last stock situation here. Good parry from Swambo, not overcommitting to, you know, lose to that air dodge there. Instead, waiting for him to land down and get that throw. Very smart patience, despite there being pretty high stakes on this last stock right now.
You know, interesting read right there. It was a very impressive little switch up of his usual pattern, and it ended up paying off, giving him a little more percent in this lead. Nana's going to eat a PK fire, though. You know, you don't want her to get hit too much.
Very much the case. Good nair as well to separate the two of them there, but you see Swambo's just kind of really holding close to the center stage to where even if it's just separation for a couple of seconds, it doesn't really surmount to too much in favor of the opponent.
Exactly, but right now we got Okios trying to put that pressure, just keeping him at ledge, and that might be it.
Yeah, neutral get up against that down smash. I can vouch, it's not the wave.
Yeah, you know, maybe in the heat of the moment, you're kind of focused on what you're gonna do next, and you know, gets hit with the Ness classic. You know, yo-yo at ledge. What can you do? You only have a few options. You don't pick one of them. It's gonna be a stock for you. But nonetheless, amazing set. You know, might have been my favorite set of the day so far. You know,
that was a darn good set so far. Yeah.
You saw some great adaptation from Swambo. You saw him take advantage of every little inch that he was able to get, but at the same time, you saw that kind of craftiness that Okio brought to the table, where you see him do stuff that I don't really think I've seen many Nesses here do. You know, not as if we have a lot of Nesses here, but you know, I'm very interested with the way he thinks of his approaches, the way he thinks of his conversions, and you know, just seeing him operate throughout the game is very interesting for both of these players.
Very true, and I mean, considering that like Okios was seated at number 3 and Swambo at number 6, it would have been a little bit of an upset if that would have gone, you know, the other way around. Considering we were that close to doing so, yeah, that was very fun to watch.
And you can tell Swambo had it in him. That dude did a beautiful 0 to death in the second game, and with that alone, he commanded that game. You know,
that was immaculate. That was immaculate for sure.
Just great stuff here. It was a nail biter. You know, I'm very excited to see more from these two. Hopefully they're coming out to more events. I get to see them front row seats right here. Let's see what we got. And
I agree.
Up next, let's see. I'm going to take a peep at bracket right now.
I think we're actually going straight into another match with Okios, likely against Aceto here. That seems to be our only currently ongoing winners match.
Yes, sir. Right now, in the other side of winners, we have what it seems like Krupp beating Zach 3-0, which is going to be Krupp in the next round. So winner of this round between Okios and Acetil will go up against Krupp in winners finals.
Right, so our first best of 5 is coming up here with winners semifinals up against Acetil, currently seated number 2. Come on, I don't even have to look that one up to know it. I'm like, if Okios is number 3, it's got to be Acetil number 2, Krupp number 1, right?
And
that's
know
how
how
we've
it
been doing
goes.
it for a couple of weeks, yeah. Even like at our weeklies, like at Wednesday and Monday tournaments, basically when it's not Schroeder, it's Krupp and Acetil feeding for that number 1 spot. So I mean, yeah, I definitely am looking forward to seeing these two run it back because they've just been. It's almost been like one of those, like, I don't watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z, but it's like, you know, where they're like teleporting around and they're just like different parts of the planet just going
like
at it. That's what it feels like.
Your mortal eyes can't really see what they're doing every inch of the way, but they're still going at it. That's what
Exactly,
you love
man.
about
The only way we can keep up with this action is just by commentating from home because they just be like all over the stage, just throwing hands, teleporting everywhere, man. They show up everywhere. But here's Acetil now. Making his debut for today against Okios. I almost said his debut for tonight, but I'm like, this is very rare that I get to stream a midday tournament. It's only like about 2 o'clock here in AZ right now.
Yeah, exactly, very much so. We got the ledge pressure. You know, I was talking about ledge pressure almost this entire tournament. In my opinion, one of the kings in AZ of ledge pressure has got to be Acetil. Fought him a couple times. You know, he just makes you feel like there's nothing you can do. Every option you're going to do is wrong, but Okios making sure he gets back to the center stage.
Ooh, but check out that down air followed up by a forward air. Because I mean, some people forget that you can jump after that down tilt, or maybe they forget that you can jump like as soon as you can. Because like, I don't know, it looks like it might be a little bit laggier than it actually is.
Exactly.
So I'm still really taking good advantage. Look at that double down tilt jab lock into F smash. Usually, if you hit somebody more than once with a jab lock, the lack of iframes is a little bit shorter, but still, that F smash was able to come out just in time to close it out.
And very interesting stuff right there. Okios got an inch and he turned it into a mile, and you got to commend that. That's what you need in order to step up to the plate against someone like Acetil. Okios putting on a great showing so far in this match. Let's see how it continues. They're both feeling each other out. Nobody really getting a decent lead right now.
Very true here. So far, so good for the both of these two. And it's looking like Acetil landing a down air, tries to go for that drag down air that he typically tends to go for. It's a very solid option, but it doesn't look like it's going to be just the right percent yet to be landing that.
Interesting little interaction there with Acetil down airing the up smash, not really hitting anybody. And then right now we got Acetil off stage. Okios putting that pressure on. Acetil's going to make this to his advantage, but barely dodging it, still under pressure. Acetil just doesn't let up. Here he goes, setting up shop at ledge, and that will take the stock.
Catching him lacking on that 1 second where he didn't have those iframes available, and it cost him the whole stock there. Acetil is definitely the type of person who will take advantage of any and every situation that he can to pull out in front in such a strong fashion, too.
Just very, very crafty. He knows what can get you. He suspects something that you're not even suspecting, and that's something that's very clear. He's very in tune with what his character is able to do. Okios, though, with the roll behind grab, knowing well that he can get that stock and bring it back to even. This is a great set. This is very even.
Yeah, very, very even set so far, and you know what? That's kind of what I would expect. I mean, Okios, you know, might not have ever made PR, but definitely has a couple PR names to his name, and for good reason, too, like we're seeing here, keeping up with some of the best that AZ has to offer in this first match so far at Winter Semis.
Exactly, looking to add some more names to the list of people he's taken over here in AZ. But Acetil making sure that he puts up a good fight. It's good. Playing a little more reserved right now, but still trying to get that conversion to run away from it. Okios bringing it back inch by inch. Ledge pressure coming in, it's hard, especially against Nest. His moves just come out so fast.
So quickly, and there goes that down smash, the soft hits, but Acetil's still able to be the wiser in that situation and find himself back onto the stage. There we go, and there goes down air into forward air. Good follow-up there, almost catches him with the axe, just barely angled to where he wasn't able to reach it, however.
Dodges the Nest edge guard, but, you know, he's going to have to do it one more time in order to make it.
Oh, and just shy of that recovery, man.
Amazing, you know, you giving it up to Okios. That man he is very scary, just as much as Acetil when it comes to keeping you off stage, and just the way their off stage game is what's taking me away more in this set. You know, you saw Acetil with that first stock. He extends where you don't think Richter is going to extend, and then he'll end up killing you for it. Meanwhile, Okios, you know, being with the tried and true Nest, you see him turning inches into miles, making sure that whatever little bit of breath you give him, he's going to take a full gasp of air.
Yeah, no, very true. And I mean, this could especially turn out to be scary for Acetil, not just because he's one game down in a best of 3, which is pretty early on in the bracket for someone like Acetil, but at the same time, you know, you're up against someone who can definitely keep up with some of the best, and I mean, just a character that can keep up with some of the best. You know, Ness might not necessarily be a top tier, but my roommate, who's also a Ness main, he tells me this, and I agree wholeheartedly that he's not a top tier, but definitely has the capabilities to keep up with some of them very well.
I don't completely agree.
Yeah, I don't know why like it works like that, but there's just some characters that aren't top tier but can box with some of the best of the game. And Okios has definitely proven that character's worth. You know, despite Acetil not playing a top tier character, like honestly, I wouldn't know any better. If I was new to competitive Smash, I'd be like, dang, Richter must be busted or something. Look at this ledge pressure here, man. That's insane. Taking the stock already here. Getting started on Battlefield and only withstanding about 48%. This looks like a pretty good counterpick stage for Acetil.
These two, it's clear that these two know their own characters inside and out, which is just so exciting because you get to see these interesting tricks and the way that they maneuver around each other. It's interesting. It's just chess. That's what it is. That's feeling each other out. Amazing parry coming in from Okios. He's still behind, but you know, let's see if he can bring it back. He's known for taking advantage of small little situations. Let's see if he can do that. Acetil, though, making it seem like he's not going to let him get that chance.
Ooh, yeah, really good follow-up off of that cross as well, and he's really wasting no time getting himself into this advantage state as he does have a little bit of catching up to do.
Facing with the F tilt to Acetil, but gets hit by a fair from Okios. Another fair going to put him off stage continuously, but see if he can get back on there. He is back at center stage, holding it down. Okios now has to make his way in.
There we go. Good job. Not really approaching where he doesn't need to be right now, especially since he can find himself in a disadvantage very quickly if he's not careful. Check it out. That down B shortly followed up by a back air is going to be exactly what Okios needs to get some stage control. Get up attack, though, is going to beat out that back air, giving himself enough iframes to get himself back in the center stage where he wants to be right now.
You know, Okios had the right idea. It's just that attack came out so fast. He was going to hit him, but the fact that Acetil chose get up attack, it just ended up bringing things back to square one. High percents. Meanwhile, Acetil with the lead and air dodge that might prove fatal. Manages to get the rebound and he's back. What did I say?
Really,
you know, he knows Ness inside and out. He knew he can make that.
Oh, unfortunately, just not able to make that. However, tried to use that peek at Thunder to give himself a little bit of a good landing space there, but at the same time, didn't space it out to where he was able to grab onto the ledge. But a back air to immediately give him some insurance there, but still going to be down in stock at the moment as Acetil's one step closer to tying up the set.
Exactly right now, we got them chasing each other around, seeing who can get the first string to get going. Acetil, if he gets it, he'll solidify his lead. Okios is trying to get back into this, but we see Acetil hitting him with the cross, getting these small little conversions.
Very true. It's going to start adding up to a lot here in a little bit. Here we go. Good hits once again. There's the up B follow-up as well.
Another down air is going to hit him with the fair, and things are looking bad for Okios. Acetil coming in on full gear, dodging the PK fire just by ducking.
Oof, yeah.
Okios trying to get back to the ground. He is stuck on these platforms. Acetil is being relentless right now from under, just sharking him. He makes it back.
131% still, and Okios is in survival mode right now. 140% and able to still grab onto the ledge. Good job getting that little hit up there, a forward air, just enough of what he needs to get back into the stage and back into the game. Uppy coming out, not really a solid KO option, and actually trading with Nair as opposed to using up his air dodge to avoid a follow-up option from Acetil.
Very impressive. Knew exactly how he was able to maneuver that. Acetil can't get it, but it gets the F throw. That might be it, and it will. You know, here we got the highlights right here. We're just Acetil putting the insane pressure. The long distance fire is just going to get him. And then just the F throw is just going to put him in danger. You know, that's the trouble at ledge. You can't get away from him. You think you get out of one trap, he just gets you in another.
Yeah, it's really just one right into the other here with Acetil. It seems like he's just got like 3 game plans that are just all like covering different options, and he can switch between them at any given moment depending on how you react. And it seems to be a very solid strategy that Acetil has. Moving into small Battlefield, though, we'll see if that perhaps is going to be changing a little bit.
Now we got them just trading blows just little by little. It doesn't really get going till the mid percents, it seems like, for both of these two to get these meaty conversions, but Acetil continuing to put the pressure on.
Yeah, already putting on that pressure. Overextends a little bit towards the bottom of that stage. Could have been very dangerous even in an early percent.
And just to make it back, and that's going to still be a stock. That Holy Water at ledge is something that's been very reoccurring in this set, where it leads to a lot of Okios' end of stocks. But to be fair, how do you dodge that kind of those surprising traps that come from Acetil?
Very much true, and here we go. Already able to get himself back into the swing of things, landing a punish on that up B, but Okios still has a lot of groundwork to make up for his opponent, only at 20% on the first stock here, game 3.
Sir, Alkios needs to get something going, at least a little bit right now, to put on some damage. Acetil, it seems like he's playing insanely more reserved, switching up the playstyle on a whim right now. Almost gets him with the same conversion from from 2 games ago that took that stock pretty early.
There's down smash. Oh, and look at that back air. Was actually about to make its mark there with the sweet spot, no less. Okios fortunately able to put up that shield just in time.
Interesting trade coming in. This is the damage that Okios is going to need in order to come back into this. Dodges the axe. A little down tilt just to kind of push him back. They kind of went back. They both got scared a little bit.
Right, yeah, it can actually lead into a surprising amount. And there we go. That up smash almost landing as well. Just missing its mark against that, what would have been a good confirm off a down B. And I guess no jump available there, yeah.
Who knows, maybe he was trying to wait for that jump, maybe a little too late. You know, stuff like that happens, and especially in this kind of high, fast-paced game right now going on between these two.
Very true. Needs to play it very careful now that he's 2 stocks down. His opponent's still only at 54. It could either be that or Acetil's really just in the zone right now.
It seems like Acetil's just stepped up the gear. He's pulling out. He's playing a little bit differently. The way it seems like is he's just more reserved now. He's setting up these traps more often.
Right. Oh, there we go. Able to recover onto the ledge. Able to avoid down air as well. He seems to be seeing through a little bit of Acetil right now.
Okios fighting for the spot right now, just making sure that he doesn't get hit too bad. Ooh, interesting. Down tilt to the grab, multiple down tilts.
Yeah, good follow-up, putting his opponent at 123, but still no stock just yet.
Tricky, tricky. Wow.
Oh, wow, okay.
Acetil going with gusto right there. Almost got him. Okios, though, making that situation benefit him.
Yeah, had legitimately, like, perfect spacing, just not able to get that grab against that spot dodge. And there we go. Overextending with forward tilt at that close to his shield is going to get you punished by a back air from Okios. But at 120, and that down air to up B is going to be exactly what Acetil needs to get himself in a grand finals against Acetil.
Right here, we got the highlight coming in. We got the interesting. That's just an interesting way. I get annoyed playing against Richter, just to be completely honest. But one thing that I gotta commend it, that down air, the up B, is such a fun way to end that. To end a set.
It's yeah, you know, love it or hate it. I like to see it. Like exactly. I probably don't like getting hit by it, but it's just one of those things that, like, yeah, you like to see it. It's a pretty solid confirm.
Oh, looks like it is gonna be a best of 5. Right now we got another game between these two. We got Okios switching to Cloud. Very interesting.
Yeah, making the switch over to Cloud. I wouldn't necessarily say Cloud is a pop character. I have seen it in bracket a couple of times. But yeah, it's looking like for our game 5 here, it's going to be a little bit interesting with this Cloud pick. We'll see how it plays out. Already able to get an up tilt. I'm actually surprised that up tilt string didn't come out completely, but still, we can see Okios definitely intends that this is going to be the pick right here that he needs to keep up.
And I commend Okios for this pick because it was clear that the Ness wasn't really surprising Acetil as much anymore. So this Cloud is going to be an interesting change of pace. Now Acetil's got to relearn what Okios is going to do with this character.
Very true. There's going to be a lot of reconsideration here in a lot of different aspects. Unable to get that punish, though, on admittedly a pretty vulnerable state there for Acetil.
Yes, so right now we got Acetil creeping in little by little. These two just dodging each other's attacks, trying to get the jump on one another. The up air is gonna, or the up B is gonna put Okios closer to ledge. Acetil keeping up the pressure. Gets hit with a stray.
Oh shit!
Aerial, and that's gonna put him off stage. No. Just enough, you know. Hard to recover from situations like that as Cloud.
No, yeah, that's true. You can find yourself like out of a recovery pretty quick against Cloud if you get caught with the wrong option off stage.
These aerials sending in at gnarly angles, you know, just not the angles you want if you're Cloud. Okios, though, getting it started, trying to juggle Acetil. He's off stage. Let's see what Okios can do. Can he close the stock out? Acetil's just going to keep climbing, though.
Yeah. Getting these nairs, but not the drag down that he really needs to follow that up. And meanwhile, we got ourselves limit available here on Okios now. But there we go, and that's going to catch it.
Keep in mind of the regrab. Very smart awareness coming in from Okios. He knew he regrabbed, so boom, that's a free kill right there.
Exactly, yeah. So it's good that he was able to call that out. Get himself his first stock for this second game, or this for this third game, and so far, I mean, in game 4, it's like it seems like maybe he was taking this into account, like he was planning on switching to Cloud if things went south with the previous game. But it definitely doesn't seem like it was like a last-minute decision to go Cloud. It seems like the Cloud does have practice, the Cloud does have some finesse as well, but Acetil definitely seems to be a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, I guess, not really ignorant, but just a little bit, like, you know, regardless of that, I can still do a lot of things I want to do, is what he's telling himself in his head.
Exactly. And we have the axe taking away Okios' stock. You know, you might not think it's going to kill you, but if that axe hits you, you might as well just kiss your stock goodbye at high percents. You know, that's the scary thing about Richter. He can kill you from a distance.
Yeah, he can take you out from a very safe distance, and it seems like, I mean, that's kind of just been like his plan for the most part. You know, you've seen a lot of times where he tries to go for like a down B and then just like catch him with like a neutral B to follow up with, stuff like that. Exactly.
The craftiness with the Richter play, definitely. Okios, though, doing well to dodge a lot of these moves. Can't dodge the Holy Water, though. That's going to trap you to whatever free punish Acetil can come up with in that second. Nice use of limit there. He needed to use that or else it would have been the set. Very close right now. Okios needing to get some breath, and that same conversion from the Holy Water is gonna just a little bit of extension, a little more pepper on that one from the last game.
Exactly, man. That was a dang good confirm right there, and it's kind of just been showing of how consistent Acetil can really be. Yet still, I don't know. It's kind of interesting how Acetil works, because he seems to be like very adaptable, but still like very consistent at the same time with his option select.
What scares me about Acetil is it seems like he knows what you're gonna do. With that kill, he read that Okios was gonna jump at him in some way or form, so the Holy Water was definitely a good way to kind of snap that, and sure enough, it led to the game ending. It led to him getting the set and moving on.
Yeah, I guess it's like the way to put it is that it's not so much impressive what it is that Acetil does, because like Richter's option select is very like how he goes about taking stocks is very consistent, right? Like there's only so many ways he can mix it up. But what's impressive about Acetil is the fact that like the routes that he takes to get there, like the different routes that he's able to take to get to that same result, is what really makes him stand out.
Exactly. Now we just got some name changes right now going on. Some nice crispy sets though right now on this early Sunday.
Very true. Again, I believe what will be just straight into winners finals right now, which I mean, I'm looking forward to this. Again, it's been very cool to keep up with like this ongoing brotherly rivalry going down, just like throughout all of AZ. They're just driving each other out just to throw hands with each other. It's kind of crazy.
Exactly. It's can you imagine the carpool just pulling up like, "All right, see you in Grands, bro." Like, yeah. It's that kind of vibe that it feels like these two always have, and rightfully so. They fight their way to Grands almost every tournament that I've seen them at. We're gonna go with PS2 for the starting pick.
Yeah, this is just a regular winners finals, but yeah. Not there yet, but I mean, I feel like, I don't know, it's very much it's like if Schroeder's not there, or I guess like more specifically if Schroeder is there, it definitely does shake up like the bracket results quite a bit, I feel like.
100%. You know, he's the one who's always... You always got to watch out if you see Schroeder. Right now, we're going to get into it with this game right now, winners finals.
There we go. Going straight into things on PS2. We got some pretty good neutrals so far. It does seem like that little like little chic chain whip looking thing. I think it's like from Castlevania, but like that little like whip extension. It's gotten his hits before, but doesn't want to rely on it too much, especially when you got Captain Krupp landing these much more devastating confirms. You know, you're probably going to be wanting to fish for the same thing likely. There we go. Unfortunately, unable to recover back onto the stage, and now we got our tied stock count once again.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just a tight battle right now, both these two. Running away with conversions like that. Interesting. Falling through the platform with the back hit of up air to keep extending it. Craftiness coming in.
Yeah, that was real slick with it. And there we go. Down B to cover the ledge option. And, okay, and a bit of an interesting collision there on that forwarder. I'll be honest.
Blow for blow, these two are just... They're keeping each other in check, and you just love to see it. Right now at ledge, we got Krupp trying to make it back. And Acetil 2 gets the grab. It's not going to be enough, but still putting on pressure, extending it even more. Narrowly misses that back air. That was very close. Great evasiveness coming in from with Krupp.
Yeah, really good stuff. And there we go. Good forward tilt to actually cover the opponent from the other end. He actually just ran right through his air dodge and met him with that forward tilt straight away.
Krupp staying at ledge. The little footstool right there. Interesting. And then that's going to be a holy water to grab. That's a very, consistent. It seems like he can almost never miss that.
Right, but you do need to be wary that if the opponent happens to block or trade an attack with that holy water, at that point it'll become neutral to both players. So Acetil needs to always be taking that into account that, if that does happen, he could just run right into his own little attack there with that down beat.
So trying to maintain this lead, just keeping Krupp at bay just a little bit right here. Now Krupp's at ledge. Now what's he going to do? Can he close this out? Interesting back air to put Acetil off stage again.
Okay, and Acetil, after getting a little bit of momentum in his favor, now we're going to have things back to a tied stock count. But, definitely far from a tie percent necessarily. But, with the output damage that Captain Krupp is capable of, we might not be too far away from a tied game.
Yeah, exactly. But Acetil just making sure he keeps that space to himself. Krupp, though, trying to infiltrate, getting that Raptor boost right now to just get a little bit of damage. Acetil with the fire back with the up B.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Holy water up smash. You got it. It's just, you see that? Kind of, went for that option a little, instantly, just holy water knows what to do right when he gets that. Krupp, though, it seemed like he was almost getting some momentum to come back from that.
Yeah, really good catch there from Acetil, and it's good stuff too, being able to get himself in the front, straight out of the gate, because I feel like that's very important to just keep Captain Krupp from getting too much of that momentum, because Captain Krupp is very powerful when it comes to keeping and gaining momentum. Like once he gets momentum, he can keep that.
Very much so, and you see that from the get-go, trying to build up that momentum instantly from the jump. And while Acetil firing back with some nice little tricks up his sleeve right there. Wow, interesting. Knows that that's going to get that platform too if you're running across from it.
Yeah, it can cover quite a bit there, and good job on Acetil using it to the fullest. But there we go. Good job from Captain Krupp getting a bit of a reverse edge guard. Actually, make that entire reverse stock there. It definitely seems like Captain Krupp was a little bit down bad off stage and still managed to turn it from down bad to up good really quick.
Exactly. Insane. It turned on a dime. Acetil had that pressure going. He had it set. Krupp managing to turn one situation into beneficial, which is good right now. We got him building on that lead. Acetil, though, trying to claw back.
Yeah, there we go, and able to do so there at 56%, though. A stock behind. Tries to go for the little Castlevania whip again, but unable to land it there. Tries to go for a Falcon Punch. Yeah, go ahead and take a stock off of that, Acetil. I don't know what that was either, man. Sorry that happened.
Insane confidence, that's the thing with... If you're playing Falcon, I guess you gotta have that gusto. You gotta have that sense of presence there. But it can backfire. You see Acetil coming back with that.
There we go. Nice stuff still from Captain Krupp. Able to spot dodge right past that grab as well. Good. And I like Acetil not overcommitting at that lower percent to the down B or to the down tilt, because he would have found himself off stage while his opponent was grabbing onto ledge. So good job on that awareness factor there. And look at that little Castlevania whip that we were discounting earlier is actually going to be able to beat out Falcon Kick, surprisingly enough.
Very interesting right there with what it seems like a Swiss Army tool. You could use it for whatever.
Very much the case, and there we go. Both in the middle to make it back on the stage, but not without Astil getting himself a little nair to punish the high recovery.
Interesting movement right there. Recrup's going to keep him off stage. Can he get this stock on? Everything's back to even. Acetil's clawed his way back into making this even. The gentleman coming in from Krupp. They're back at ledge. See what they can do. Acetil with a downer on shield. Krupp's going to get that. Make it benefit him. Wow.
Yeah, really good. Oh, and there we go. A bit of a trade on the stocks. Okay.
Very good right there. I like that. Just, you know, guns blazing, whatever it takes to get that stock.
Here we go. Going straight in for down throw. Tries to go for the forward air out of the gate, too. Pretty early percent to be landing that. Here we go, 78 already, so you can tell that Captain Krupp is layering on this percent, taking advantage of the tied stock count to land 2 forward airs. Off stage, soft hit no less. And Captain Krupp is like, you know what? If we just add 2 of those soft hits, that makes a hard sweet spot, right? Is that how math works? I don't know. And then Captain Krupp in chat saying run it back. Very cool.
Great stuff. I can watch these two play for hours. They always got good sets, interesting sets. The way they commit off stage is definitely something else. It's so fun to watch.
It is.
We got game 3 going on. It sets counts 1-1.
1-1 right now, and you can tell that Captain Krupp is doing a little bit of makeup work. Yeah, I mean, pretty important here that he gets that done now, like straight away, because again, Captain Krupp, like if you can completely shut him down, which, you know, very few players in the AD scene are really capable of doing so, but if you can completely shut down his momentum, like it'll be hard for him to pick it up. But once he gets it going, it's the fact that he can keep it going is what really makes him stand out.
Definitely so. Wow, using the holy water, they're just juggling that stuff right now, passing it around, and that's going to hit Acetil at the end of it.
Exactly. Oh, look at that deep nair off stage, but it wasn't the right hits that he needed in order to get himself the stock that he was looking for.
Gentleman's going to take it right there, just that ledge. That's just going to be just enough to get him off. Right now, Acetil has to climb back again, but we've seen that he's able to do it, and the crazy extension.
Goodness.
Just to bring everybody back down one more stock.
And yeah, one more stock is all Krupp needs now. In a matter of 2 minutes of this first game. I'm telling you, man. Is that momentum factor. Only 2 minutes, and now he's 1 stock away from taking the lead on the set.
Still trying to set up shop at ledge. Krupp making his way through it, though.
There you go. Astil trying to find himself a good opening. You're right. There's the gentleman's jab once again.
Krupp keeping him at bay. Almost gets another down air.
Yup. There we go. Good spot dodge to avoid that forward tilt. It can actually lead into a surprising amount, especially like a tech situation and stuff like that. Astil needs to take everything that is readily opponent here could potentially take into account as well. Oh yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. What? Oh, and a good tech too. Okay,
keeping him alive.
Very.
Fight's not over.
Not for Krupp just yet. And there it is. Now he wants to wrap it up nice and clean. Put in a little bow tie and call it a 2-1. But in winners finals, we still got to take one more game to secure that grand spot.
Exactly. Just the craftiness right there. Reading a lot of those down airs on shield and the crisp need to take it off on the right side. Saves him on the left side just to take him up on the right side. It's always a show with these two.
It's always a show. It's all about the what is it called? I'm trying to think. The cinematography.
Exactly. It's the showmanship with these two. They're putting on a great act right now for everybody.
All right, here we go. Round number 3 or round number 4. Go ahead and break a leg here. Good job going straight in for that down tilt, but it looks like, yeah, when you're that low percent, you can find yourself in disadvantage pretty quickly. It does seem to have enough end lights where your opponent can punish you at lower percents.
Ooh, but Acetil getting these nice little hits right here. This might just end the stock.
I think just shy of making it. Captain Krupp still able to space himself with that up B to grab on straight to the ledge. Astil able to do the same here, but is he going to be able to keep his opponent at ledge, or is Captain Krupp going to be gaining some control very close to doing so as the upper almost landed.
Tried and true down there, just getting him right there, putting Acetil back on the stage, but almost gets the up B, almost gets caught in that, but now Acetil's turning this situation to benefit him. Krupp though, turning the tide. Wow. Now he's trapping him at ledge.
Very deep recovery right there.
Even just one chunky hit though from one of these players is gonna inch them back up into a lead.
This could get dangerous. Here we go. No stocks taken yet.
Krupp just nearly dodging those aerials.
Oh my goodness! And even at that percent, it's not going to do it just yet.
Oh wow! The Phantom looks though to get back up, but still not enough. Krupp's gonna get that hit to solidify his lead right now.
And there we go. Acetil trying to manifest his stock right now. Does so with that back here. Well spaced against the opponent, even though he had just dropped shield, was able to take advantage of it to land himself a tight stock count. Now back to square one on the 2 stocks apiece now.
A little slow, but right now Krupp just ramping it up. He's getting these conversions, putting on the pressure.
There we go. Okay, tries to follow up with the Nair as well. That would have added up to be quite a bit. As you can see, it already did. All the way up to 104, but Acetil still able to brave his way through that edge guard attempt. And there we go. Ledge trapping there with that down B once again. It's a forward air. Good tech to keep himself in, but you see Captain Krupp more than ready to punish it. Quite the reversal, leading straight onto that second platform there. And now we're going to have ourselves an up smash to put Captain Krupp 1 stock away from securing Grand Finals.
We got Acetil trying to fight back right now. He's got to get back on stage. Raptor Boost is not going to cut it. This percent's climbing for Acetil. He's going to need to get this stock off right now. Krupp making it very difficult to get that good hit on him. Gets to grab it. Let's see what Krupp can do. Gets a soft knee for his troubles. Gets another one, and then that'll end it.
Yeah, that's going to do it right there, man. Grand Finals has been secured by Captain Krupp. Acetil knocked into the losers bracket to go up against the likes of the winners of losers quarterfinals, which would be either Zek and or Zero, or it would be Okios and or Toast and Butter.
So everybody who's been on stream at this point, you know, now it's up to them. It's very interesting right now. We got just the soft Nair is always so interesting. It's so underestimated by Falcon. It's such a good tool. It stays up for so long, and as you can see, it just cleared out that stock, stomping out any tether recovery, and he went for that Raptor Boost. That would have been nasty.
Yeah, he did. He was really like, I don't know, there was a lot of stuff that like Captain Krupp usually tends to find himself like, not really like fishing for. Well, I guess like fishing could fit the description sometimes, but I don't know. I guess like kind of just like tries to like cause stuff to come together. So it's not like he's really fishing for like a certain option, like, oh, I wanted to Nair. It's more so like, I want it to be here while I'm up here. And then once he does that, he can land like a soft hit forward air, like we saw like twice in a row, stuff like that. Just crazy stuff that he's able to put together, just like in the long run, I guess. A little bit of foresight there is really good to see.
Exactly, and good stuff to Acetil too. You know, multiple times throughout this set, just bringing it back. When those two come to blows, you blink, you're gonna miss something. You're gonna miss a crucial moment because almost every moment's crucial when these two are just going at it.
Yeah, blinking you'll miss it, but if you happen to miss it, well, it's good to have you in here now. You can definitely look forward to seeing more of Acetil as he will now be participating in the winner of these two upcoming matches here in losers round. And you'll look forward to get to see more Captain Krupp as well, who's just secured Grand Finals. But yeah, in the meantime, we'll go ahead and we'll toss it to a short break, so be sure to stick around. We'll be right back with you guys momentarily for some more action in loser side this time around. See you then.
Everybody right now, we're kicking it off with Zek and Okios right now in loser semi-final. Winner of this is going to go on to face Acetil.
Yeah, going straight into the next one, we got Okios and the Zek, like you mentioned. Starting off on PS2, this is still game number 1. No stocks taken yet, but it looks like we are starting off pretty well in neutral here. Zek actually pulling out in front, so far doing 59% to his opponent.
Interesting way of getting out of that. You know, a lot of people would just be stuck in shield, but Okios managing to get out of that tricky situation. Zek, though, relentless in his pressure.
Yeah, so far, yeah, showing out pretty well. Ness, being played by Okios, just now doing a little bit of catch-up work. Tries to get that nair to catch the jump option. As you can see, Zek had jumped right over it and landed a down air right on top of the punish.
Ooh, the up smash is going to catch Okios just to get that first stock. Zek with the lead right now. Interesting nair to get the rapid jab, just putting on damage wherever he can. Okios trying to get something, trying to make sure that he can close the stock out, bring it back to even.
Yeah, now we got, 67% on the opposition right now for Okios, but still, I mean, it's looking like Zek is doing a really great job of just establishing himself in this first game so far. Keep in mind, it is a best of 5, so making sure that you're setting yourself up for the long run is very important. Okios, though, able to tie up the stock count, though, 77% on the opponent so far.
Exactly, you know, nothing's over yet. The game's just started, and these two clearly have what it takes. With an up smash going to put Okios in a bad position right now. Can he make it back to ledge? He will. Zek, though, flying pressure at ledge. The item play is coming in strong with him. The up air, though, is going to keep him up there.
Yeah, 150, though, on Okios, so still some admittedly really good survivability. Fourth, they're not going to do it just yet, but still that pressure off stage with the arrows is going to prove pretty troublesome for Okios.
Exactly, and you know, he doesn't want to stay above him, you know, he doesn't want to get hit by that stray up air or even an up smash, so it's Okios approaching carefully. Gets grabbed, and that's still not going to be enough.
Yeah, that forward throw actually seems to be a go-to option here for Zek, it looks like, but still not able to do it just yet with those forward throws.
Exactly, you know, Okios just clawing his way back in there. They're on the same stock, so he's trying to keep it a little even, trying to get as much as he can.
Very true.
And he's doing a very good job at it already at 60%. This stock is not lost on him.
Oh, there we go. Dash attack not going to do it just yet either.
Wow, amazing. Just pulling out every trick in the book just to get him right there. But Zek is going to take it with an up tilt, solid, quick option just to get him on better footing.
There we go. Oh, nice job from Okios, though, tying it right back up. And now that lead for Zek is I mean, you know, he did have a lead up until now, so providing he doesn't slow down on that momentum, he could find himself back in the lead again, but he's got to play real careful, as it seems Okios has definitely been wising up to a lot of his tricks, even within this first game.
Exactly. It's like Okios completely adapted mid-game, and now it's Zek's turn to see if he can do it right now. He's at ledge, trying to get back. The yo-yo's going to barely miss. Interesting slow recovery. That was the only reason he was able to grab with no issues. Right there.
Yeah, relatively no issues so far.
Just the item play, feeling each other out. They know one conversion could spell the end for their stock, so we're going to see what they do. The PK Fire coming in for Okios.
There we go. Good stuff still.
And again, Okios with the lead now. Back throw is not going to do it just yet. Scary percent, though, for Zek. Bomb to mix it up, but still going to get caught by the yo-yo.
Yeah, and Okios... Yeah, no, really interesting stuff. It seems like Okios just had to bring out a couple parts of the toolkit that didn't really have accessible to him beforehand. I mean, it seems like, yeah, like that PK Pulse, even though it didn't really land, it kind of just put Zek into a little bit of a more evasive mindset than he probably would have been normally.
Exactly, he's filling up Zek's airspace. Zek's got to maneuver around that, or else it's going to spell an end for a stock. So just cleverness, the pressure from both of these guys is just insane. I like seeing this kind of gameplay with both of them.
Very impressive. We'll have to see how that transitions now that we're moving over to Town and City for our round number 2. I'm sorry, for our game number 2 of this loser semis.
Exactly, you know, Town and City.
Like, yeah, it does seem like being Young Link's counterpick here, played by Zek. I mean, a lot of characters that get like extensions, good extensions on their combos, seem to thrive on this stage. Just because, you know, sometimes the reason why you're not able to extend your combo is just because you have nowhere left to run around on. Exactly. Given that Town and City is one of the biggest competitive stages that the game has to offer, that likely is going to pan out pretty well here for Zek.
and it seems to be doing so far, doing 96% on his opponent, still keeping himself in a pretty healthy lead, but you can see Okios has him at the ledge right now, forcing him to recover and forfeiting a lot of stage control as well, which is equally important.
You know, hits him with a good spare right there. Zek keeping it on Okios. Okios having to make it back to ledge right now. Almost gets clipped by the up B, but doesn't get the punish. Now they're resetting back. You know, take a breather. Things are a little intense right now. Okios kind of resetting. Zek still with a pretty decent lead and manages to get a quick hit just to end it right there. Okios now has to bring it back.
Yeah, now it's going to be up to Okios. And there we go. Immediate response to that down smash at ledge. Has been doing Okios some great favors today so far, and yeah, good job just right away using what he needs to in order to get himself back into this tie game.
Exactly, you know, just back and forth right now between these two. They're trying to get each other in traps, trying to just press each other in different ways. Right now we got them trying to get the higher ground on each other. Zek getting with the straight nair, but setting up camp right now. Okios making his way in carefully, steps back. Filling each other out now. Gets the PK fire. Interesting angle with it.
There we go. Able to get back on the ledge. And just in time blocking the PK Thunder to avoid that very powerful hitbox. That definitely would have been devastating, even if you were in the lead.
Smart awareness from Zek too, knowing that if he shielded, he was able to get a quick punish with a B out of shield. Gonna put a little more percent on Okios.
Oh no, but that overextension with the grab is gonna get punished. And Neutral B is gonna be given that pressure that Zek is definitely proven to not be a fan of.
You see them shielding each other's options. They're starting to get aware of what they're looking for, which is just gonna step up the game. Who can get the jump on the other? Right now, Okios with the grab forward throws him. Zek trying to get back on. Okios maintaining that pressure. Nair's gonna give Zek more stage control right now.
Those falling Nairs have been pretty good for Zek here so far, but that up smash, however, it might have been a really good option in some earlier games, even against Okios included, but it does seem like it's going to be costing him quite a bit there, bringing him to his last stock. 128 though, Zek doesn't really have too much ground to make up for. Just needs to be careful to not fall too far behind.
Exactly, you know, just make sure he doesn't get trapped in any of Okios' tricks, doesn't get caught in a conversion. He's got to end this stock, you know.
Yeah, on the other hand, if Okios is going to pull out any tricks, it's going to be right now as he's trying to keep himself in the lead. Parrying every single arrow that comes his way, still trying to find an opening, and that forward tilt, unfortunately, was just out of Okios' reach and enough for Zek to bring it back to a tight stock count.
I mean, when the arrows don't work, you just got to go in there and swing, and that managed to work for Zek. Right now, it's back to even, you know, not too far behind. Still anybody's game right now.
Exactly. Still anyone's game going into this last stock, but Okios is going to be getting a little bit of an edge guard there. Drag down forward air. It seems like he's looking for every opportunity for Zek to potentially whiff an air dodge and cost himself the game, because all these hits are very dangerous, but still not very hard hits. Regardless.
Exactly. Oh, he's at 105 though. Things are starting to heat up for Zek. He's got to get something going right now to start building up this comeback.
You can see there that Okios is even looking for a confirm, try to go for drag down Nair into that what potentially could have been back throw. Not sure if it would have taken the stock at 105, but still trying to get some very hard hits in here right now to keep himself up in the lead.
Exactly, and just maintaining that pressure, the zone control he's having right now. Zek trying to find a way to maneuver around it to get that good hit in. Manages to get the up B and turns it into the tried and true combo right there. Okios at the side of the stage. What can he do? He's got to make it back. Zek's gonna keep putting on pressure, whiffs a bit, and the whip up smash again might cost him the game.
Yup, and what was previously the lead as well. Now we got ourselves 1-1 on the scoreboard for losers semifinals. So this is starting to get interesting as now Okios, despite admittedly Zek getting a little bit of a better stage pick, was able to keep up and even tie up the game or the set count here now.
Exactly, and something that maybe I could notice of a pattern is Zek getting maybe a little overzealous with those kill options. A lot of whiffed up Bs and up smashes that ended up leading to a meaty punish, and a few times even stocks. So we'll see how he adapts to that in this next set. Okio's definitely taking advantage of whatever chance he gets, and we're gonna wait to see what stage they pick now, and that seems like it's gonna be PS2, tried and true.
That's right. Moving it over to PS2 for now that our game count is 1-1. It seems like they want to go to a pretty neutral stage for the both of them. Zek actually thinking about a counter pick potentially. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's going to be 0-2 right now. The scoreboard's going to be updated A little bit of mishap there, but we got that sorted out. Looks like, though, Greninja is going to be the counter pick this time around. So let's see how that plays out, especially since I personally wasn't expecting a counter pick. Wasn't aware that Zek played anyone else.
Exactly. You know, very surprising. We're going to see what if this Greninja can do work against this Ness.
Very true.
Be a little more fast-paced. This BK5 is just a little tricky, you know. It's so hard to kind of anticipate that quick projectile coming at you. Gets him with the jab lock. The F smash is gonna take it. That's gonna be a stock lead already for Okios. Only 48% on him. Sitting pretty right now with another conversion on his hands right now.
That's right, man. Check it out. And Zek, I mean, so far, you know, it's definitely quite the transition though. Young Lincoln straight into Greninja.
Exactly.
So it's likely going to take Zek a minute here, but as long as they think that it's going to be better for them in the long run, I'm still able to DI against that PK Thunder, but you know, I didn't see him getting hit by PK Thunder before as Young Link, so we'll see if this pick is still one that he wants to go with. Still able to get himself safely back onto the stage, even try to find himself a Nair and a forward air, so he's trying to play his matchup out right now. But Okios isn't really having it.
Exactly, you know, it's just Okios maintaining this dominance right now at ledge especially.
Now that our scoreboard is updated, we can see now that Okios is one game away and one stock away as well from bringing himself straight back into losers finals against Acetil.
Zek, see if this Greninja can come in clutch, see if he can start putting in some more, getting these stocks off. Very interesting switch up too, the tempo has definitely changed.
Very good stuff.
Just waiting for that good hit to put him off stage. What can he do now? Can he close this out?
Uh-oh, okay, needs to be really careful here. There we go, there's dash attack, tries to follow with the forward air, instead gets a back air to cover the platform. I was trying to use that Hydro Pump a little bit for some edge guarding action.
It's not going to be enough though, but maintaining this stage control right now, making sure Okios just can't get back. Doesn't hit all the hits for the back air though, and it's going to bring Okios back to stage at 169.
Very good stuff.
Tries getting this conversion, see if Zek can close it out, but the forward throw, every percent hurts right now. He needs to bring this back.
Oh shoot, okay, yeah, that was really nice. Oh, and there's Zek coming in with the forward now? Yeah. Really good fair now to close out the first stock, but you know, it's a little... It could potentially be a little bit too late now. Good job blocking that there. Potentially could have even tried for a counter, honestly. I would try going all out.
Exactly, you know, just keep going. The motor's got to get started, but the sweet spot of the back air is going to take it. Okios with the dominance right there in that last game.
Exactly, dropping down from the platform with a very strong aerial option. You can tell even from this replay, he was trying to go for that a little bit. As soon as he finds his opponent under that platform, he was looking for it.
Exactly, you know, the shuriken, wrong place, maybe a little bit of the wrong time, and then that's going to lead to the set ending. Good stuff from Zek, though. Interesting switch up. You know, excited to see more from him, but right now we got Okios moving on to fight against Acetil.
That's right.
We already got a little appetizer of that earlier up in the bracket, so we're going to get a full-fledged another set from these two, and I'm excited.
Yeah, especially since now that it's like the tournament run on the line now, there's a little bit more going for this run back here. So we'll see if potentially the previous experience that they had from their last run in and just, you know, a little bit more on the line this time around is going to get them to go all out. Although they have been playing against each other and keeping up with each other very well. So it's going to be good to see a little bit more of that here momentarily. So let's have a look at that here shortly, because that sounds to me like a pretty cool match. And then we'll be also getting a little bit more Captain Krupp immediately after too, so that's always nice to see as well.
Yes, sir. We got Captain Krupp waiting in Grands right now, waiting for his opponent. We'll see who takes that spot when it comes to Acetil and Okios. It's going to definitely be a good set. They already had another good one. I'm excited for another.
Yeah, we can actually have a look at some highlights. If you'd like to do that momentarily, we can go ahead and do that.
Exactly. Let's get into
that up on screen. This is
Yes,
their previous run-in in bracket. This was particularly in winter semifinals where this all went down. Check out that forward throw.
And the Holy Water just trapping Okios in a situation where you got to think to yourself, was he able to get out of it? It's tricky,
right,
you know.
Yeah.
Once again, the solid closer for Acetil. It seems like that's just a solid closer whenever he needs to just end it. He usually goes for that. Right now we got where the Cloud Pick came through, which I was pretty impressed with this Cloud. It kept up pretty well in my opinion, but just not enough against Acetil. Once again, getting that classic.
Right. Yeah, because I'm sure one thing that he and the both of us were keeping in mind is that he was making that counter pick with Cloud, particularly against some of the best that AZ has. So
Exactly.
Undoubtedly, if anybody were to be making a counter pick against Acetil, it wouldn't just be like, oh, let me try out this character, see if it's good for bracket. Nobody does that when you're playing against somebody like that big of a deal.
Exactly.
So with that said, I mean, if we are going to be seeing any more counter picks from Okios. As far as I know, actually, Okios might have previously had like a wolf as well, if I recall correctly. So I'm like, if any of that were to happen, it would be for with good intention, no doubt.
Exactly. The prowess this man has with his characters. He knows Ness inside out. That's clear. But when he took out the Cloud, it almost seemed like this person. It's almost like you're watching a Cloud main play. In my opinion, I saw some nice movement from him.
Undoubtedly, yeah. In top 3, if there's going to be any counter picks, it's going to be for a good reason, or at least for a good idea in his head for sure. But going to Acetil, who has no counter picks whatsoever, he definitely does have a lot of adaptability for sure. Like I mentioned before, Richter's pretty streamlined, pretty straightforward in terms of how you go about getting your consistent KO confirms and consistent damage output. But with Acetil, it's the fact that your character has a couple of things that you want to go for, but the open-endedness of how you're able to go about achieving those same results, those same end results in the neutral, that's what makes a character or a player like Acetil interesting. It's just like that open-endedness to reach the same result.
Exactly.
Is kind of the best way to put it.
Exactly. It seems like he has a plan A, B, C, and D, and he's willing to switch to any one of those, whichever one he sees fit. And it's very impressive to see that kind of gameplay, especially with such a fast-paced player like him.
Right. Very true. So it should be just a little bit here before we get started with that, as I know for a fact that we've had Acetil waiting here for a little bit. So hopefully there's another thing too to consider is that there's very much a possibility that there could be a little bit of cold fingers. I know I've had my thing too where there's a little bit of a wait in the bracket and then we just end up a little bit down and out of it. That's happened before. So it's also something to be careful of. But it looks like we won't have to wait long to find out how all that's going to come together. Getting ready to get into losers finals. Are you ready for this, Toad?
I'm very ready. I'm very excited. This is the set me and you were very happy about. We were very excited to watch this. I'm glad to see these two going at it again.
Very true. So let's get right into it. Starting off on PS2 because that's how we do. And so far, Okio's doing a pretty good job at outputting some damage and even beating out Shield in a couple of instances, leading all the way up to 66%. And Acetil is feeling himself out to try and get a response right now. 15% so far on a forward tilt, and a forward air is going to be getting him up to 27. Trying to apply these pressure with these projectiles as well. But so far, it's going to be Okios who, even if it's by a slight amount, is pulling out in front.
Exactly, and you saw right there the pinpoint parry from Acetil to be able to fire back with an up B, to just knock Okios out of his multi-hit right there. And now it's a little more even, going more towards Acetil's side. He's trying to put this some more ledge pressure, which he's so potent at. Extending, almost gets it. Okios makes it back.
Yeah, that was really good stuff there. Both of them able to still safely make it back onto the stage, and the chaos ensues still further on the back on the stage here. You can see Acetil already taking control of the center stage, even though he's in an advantage right now. Still wants to keep that advantage as much as he can and for as long as he can.
Exactly, maintaining that up B is just not going to do it just yet. Okios at a really high percent, though, seeing if he can bring Acetil to his level a little bit more. Makes it back to stage. Oh, watch out for that axe. Goes through stage. You miss it, you're going to get hit by it. It's very hard to dodge that.
Very true. There we go. Excellent damage here coming out from Acetil, retaining that momentum from the previous stock that he just took. And it seems like, yeah, he's definitely starting to pick up here right away. I would say between the two brothers, it definitely is Krupp who exudes that powerful boost of momentum. But that's not to say that any good player has the capability to do so. And Acetil being no exception, definitely showcasing that pretty well here.
Exactly, and right now putting on some good pressure off stage. Acetil having to get crafty with his recovery. Gets the dash attack. Okios trying to bring this game a little back closer into his hands.
153, and we getting that that strong up smash there to close out stock number 1 now.
Exactly, great reaction time from Okios right there, being able to close out that stock. It's more with the PK Fire. Things are getting a little more closer, but Acetil, you know, he's just relentless. He's gonna get. He's very surprising with his approaches.
Yeah, very surprising. There goes PK Fire again. Tries to up B out of it, but instead going to be more than ready on Okios' end to get that punish with the back throw. Things are going to be back to even now for the most part.
Exactly. Okios making sure that he stays in this fight. He's not letting Acetil run away too far from it.
Yeah, I would say, like, Okios might not be as poignant of, you know, gaining that momentum, but he's actually pretty good at slowing down the pace of things. Not necessarily, like, camping out the opponent, but just, like, you know, can change from, like, a rushdown sort of playstyle to something a little bit more spaced out and bait and punish almost seamlessly, to where sometimes I won't even notice it myself.
Exactly. You know, it's just the layers when it comes to that kind of thinking. And right now we got another F-throw coming in, and that's going to take it for that stock. Okios, though, you know, he has some stuff to work with. Acetil's at a high percent. Let's see if he can kind of bring this back, make it even more even than it has been.
Very true.
Acetil right now, they're both taking it slow, trying to make sure they both just don't do something that ends up costing them this game.
There we go. Yeah, it needs to really be careful not to fall too far behind right now. There we go. Good job avoiding the aerials on these platforms, but also needs to get off of those platforms. It does seem like Acetil, as per usual, does have some very good control over parts of the stages, those platforms included. Drag down up air into up tilt. Not going to close it out just yet, but it's going to sign itself up for some pretty good damage here on the opponent. 143% and going up.
Wow, just the pinpoint spot dodge coming in with Acetil, but the dash attack is going to take it. Okios with the great pressure, aware of what his options are to get this stock off, and now it's a 60%, less than 60% is what separates these two, right here in game one.
Yeah, still very close here, all things considered, and you can see now, very, very evident that Okios is definitely slowing things down quite a bit. Tried to punish that forward air for coming out, but instead it's going to be him for, I guess, not putting the shield up. He's going to get punished for that forward air, or forward tilt, I mean.
Exactly, and Acetil just spacing out with that, with these good aerials, these good tilts, just making sure Okios has to respect that.
Very true.
Getting a straight fair and doesn't really connect to anything. The down tilts for Acetil though, and the pinpoint up air. You don't expect it. Once again, another option that just comes out of nowhere with Acetil, and it'll take that game, especially with the strong hit. Good stuff from both players. Acetil with the ability to close it out, read that situation.
Really good stuff there from Acetil, securely closing the first game of this set. But at the same time, I mean, you know, neither of us can ignore the fact that Okios is keeping up very well. We even did see him take a couple of games within this set as well. Looks like they're running it straight back to PS2. No bans. Run that back.
And why would you? It was so close, you know, no bother switching it up, just run it again. Okios is very confident, rightfully so, keeping up with Acetil, one of the few to do it. Right now, let's see what he can pull out of his pocket to see if he can get this win.
But no real need for a stage counter pick, but the only thing that he really does need to change up, even if it's just ever so slightly, is that game plan. And so far, we're seeing a lot more PK Fire incorporated, leading up to 52% damage, so we're seeing exactly that switch up that we need.
Exactly, and we saw last game, he started slowing it down a bit, trying to pump the brakes a little bit, and it ended up, you know, keeping him in the game, so let's see if he can maintain that and maybe even refine it to take a game over Acetil.
Exactly, and it's starting to heat up now. Even on this first stock, you can see Parry is going to get him a forward air, almost a down smash at ledge. And even these back airs, you know, right where those platforms are, it just seems to be where those back airs can shine the most.
Exactly, just the maneuvering with Okios, you know, they use his side magnet to make sure that Acetil whips his move so we can get that nice back air. Interesting maneuvers from both these players.
Very true, moving straight back into the center stage, but only to be met with those aerials in a row. Acetil going to be taking the first stock of game number 2, and Okios is doing the most to make sure he doesn't fall that far behind, getting that parry, drag down forward air into back throw, but not a stock just yet. Tries to fall with the forward air off stage as well for some extra insurance, but instead, Acetil going to be taking advantage of that to bounce right off of the opposition to get back on the stage.
Exactly, you know, just right there. Dancing all around Okios making sure he can try getting this stock, but he's very close to doing so. That's still making it difficult for him, getting these fares, just anything to kind of build upon this lead inch by inch.
Yeah, little by little is the way that he tends to be going about it, because honestly, Acetil's not leaving him with much other options.
Exactly. And right now we got dash attack, you know, just 170, just a good hit can take it, but it's hard finding that. You can't get too overzealous because, you know, you might end up eating more damage, losing the lead, and Okios knows that. You see the patience coming in.
Very true. There's dash attack. Now it's going to be plenty of damage on his opponent to be able to take that stock. At 72%, though, it's not too much damage that Acetal needs before he's back in the lead again.
Ooh, makes him think he's going to cross up on shield with the fair and doesn't do so. Manages to get a little grab right there, a little bit more percent on him.
Oh, and look at that, parried, but funnily enough, still actually got punished by that side piece. So a little bit interesting exchange there.
Just dancing around each other, getting these hits. Acetal with the down tilt, proving to be very useful in these sets.
Really good stuff.
I know he's
Keeping up so far so good, man.
Exactly, you know, he's making sure he's not overcommitting. Oh, but the surprise backer is going to get him right there, and the fair just so accurate with those aerials.
Really
you don't
nice
want to angle
job
it
there.
up, down, anything. He's able to get that.
Yeah, he can get that move anywhere where it needs to be, and exactly what he needs to pull out in the front. Once again, only 43% on the second stock, and Okios has a lot more work ahead of him once again.
Conversion that's got to hurt Okios right there. Acetal kind of building upon this lead, but if there's one thing we know about Okios is give him a chance, he's gonna run through it. So let's see if he's able to get that, though. Still getting hit. Gets hit by the axe. These are hits that you don't want to take right now. Acetal sharks him right from under with the up air, and just like last game, it's gonna be 2-0 for Acetal so far.
Really, really good stuff. I would say like Acetal's really good at like giving the opponent like a workload, I guess you can call it, very early on. Like as soon as you get the game tied up, he just goes in a different mode, a different approach that just gets him right back into the lead. But here we go. This time for game number 3, we're going to be going into the Roy counter pick on the end of Okios. It seems to be when he's one game away from potentially losing. That seems to be when he gets a little bit more creative. He say, hey, let's shake it up a lot as opposed to a little. Because, you know, before it was just like, all right, let's run it back. Maybe I'll just change up the gameplay a little bit to where that'll be enough to shake it up. But now we're getting a whole different character on the board. This time Roy. Damage output aficionado. But, you know, if any character is going to be able to negate that, it's going to be someone like Richter Belmont, played by none other than Acetal.
Exactly. You know, we'll see what Okios' Roy has to offer. A character who's very potent with their kill potential. So let's see if he can, you know, last game he was struggling to get those kills. And, you know, while Roy might have some weird hitboxes, you know, he can also get very early kills. So let's see if he thrives off of that.
Very true.
Putting pressure on him at ledge, but he's going to get hit. He's off stage, can still make it, and he does. Acetal, though, relentless, making sure that he stays on him.
Oh, there was that back here once again. Not going to take the stock just yet, but it's going to get pretty darn close. Good tech on Acetal's end, but only to be met off of that overextended up B with that solid side B string to put Okios out in the front. 121% on the board, though, and he's only a couple of exchanges away from a tied game.
Exactly. Kill potential right there, as we just said in the beginning of this set of this match. You know, just right there, one right option manages to get him the lead, and he's building upon it pretty healthily right now with 66% on Acetal. He's gonna keep building on that. Acetal struggling to get back on there. Oh, doesn't quite get the strong that he needs, but still keeps him off stage. Acetal, though, makes it back to stage. It's back to square one again. Let's see if he can close this out, get himself back into it. Okios, though, with the potent Roy, just applying this pressure expertly. This man, I feel like he plays the whole cast.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of characters that he is accessible to him, but look at that. Forward smash going to be landing its mark, but not with that sweet spot that was needed to take the stock just yet. And up B almost doing the exact same, up to for some additional damage as well.
Oh, wow, you know, just paying mind where he goes after hitting that downer on shield. Up throw's not going to be it. High percent, though, on both players. Dental's going to put Roy off stage. Gets hit by his own holy water right there, just as you said earlier, off the shield, makes it neutral, and that's going to be another stock for
Another
Okios
stock
right
once
now.
again, 2 in a row, and has yet to forfeit a single one. What a turn of events this has been.
Exactly, you know, just come out of nowhere with the Roy, and he's coming in strong. It's fast.
Hitting hard and strong right where it counts, and now that forward air is going to be taking the first stock on Okios, but now it's going to be Acetal that has a lot of work ahead of him to try and take this 3-0, or we could be running a little bit longer of a set than he might have foresaw.
Exactly, you know, Okios right now clearly with the fire to burn right now. anticipating bringing this back. Let's see if Acetil can just shut that door on him. But as it looks right now, Okios building the momentum for a comeback.
Very true. Let's keep it running here as things are definitely progressing pretty smooth here for Okios.
Exactly. You know, they're right now just kind of taking it slow again. And that's what I appreciate from both players. They're learning. They're trying to look for their opening right there. Acetil finding it, getting a few hits off there. Gets him with the holy water. That's going to be some meaty damage. He's at 100% kill percent, in all honesty, but we'll see if Acetil closes it out. Okios firing back a little bit. Acetil at scary percent, too. You know, Roy at ledge, very scary. Can end you with one hit.
It is not going to be an easy one here.
Smart, stopping the side B, not committing too much, knowing that he didn't get the hit. Very quick reactions from both of these players.
Good stuff again. Oh, but there we go. That forwarder still going to beat him out. 169% though, and still is yet to go down on the stock.
The uppy,
there goes uppy.
Interesting.
Very close.
Option. Dodging these up airs, finds his way back to the ground, and oh my god, they're both steaming. It's high percents. Who's going to get that one hit? Acetil can bring it back to hide stocks, or Okios can just end this game and bring the momentum back to his side. And he's going to do that with the crisp back air.
There it is, and closing out game number 3 in a turn of events. It's going to be Okios on the Roy pick. Very possible we'll be seeing him stick with this, likely for the rest of the set, at least not for the, if not for the couple of next games.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Togwolf. Well, my eyes might be deceiving me, but he still had another stock on deck.
Yes, no, that's no mistake. I am rewatching the replay, everything. I have enhanced the image, and I can confirm 2 stocks were still online for Okios on that Roy pick, so that seems to be a pretty fresh pick here for Okios to definitely take advantage of, by all means.
Exactly. You didn't know the cat was in the bag, but now it's out of the bag. This dude's coming in with guns blazing. I'm loving this fast-paced Roy, you know.
Exactly.
So
Swords blazing, if you will.
Exactly.
Swords blazing, if you will. Blazing sword. Going to be the canon name of that sword there. I had to look it up one time because I actually wasn't sure. But big shout-outs to Lilat, of course. You love to see it, or you don't. Either way, that's what we're running here for game number 4.
He's here to stay. He's like that. Lilat's like that relative. He's always going to be there. You just got to see him. You got to say hi to him, and he's here right now, making his appearance right now for this tournament.
Very factual, and we're running it now. So far, pretty even game, and it seems like, yeah, that seems to be Acetil's objective, I guess. He's like, all right, I don't really have a character to switch up the way you did just now, but what I can do is I can go Lilat for the one time and see how you react to that.
Exactly, just completely different playing field. You got really low plats, you got slants to affect some situations. It's going to be very interesting to see who takes advantage of this strange playing field right now.
Very true. Things are going to be shaken up quite a bit on this stage. So far, though, no stocks have been taken just yet.
Exactly, just building percents. Acetil right now with quite a bit of a lead and gets that sweet up air to close out that stock, though. Okios not far behind, gets the side B to take it back.
A darn good side B, if I say so myself.
And they're both back at 0%, even as can be. Okios getting a stray hit with a good grab. His reaction time is just so quick, and he's just so fluid with this character.
Yeah, it's been shown to be so just poignant with this character. Everywhere he needs to be and every hit he needs to land has just been landing in very good fashion. But at the same time, Acetil, I don't know, it's really hard to say if he's like falling behind or not. Because like, you know, Acetil is just like on a level to where Okios just had to bring out this random pick. So the fact that he's still keeping up with that is pretty showing.
Exactly, and you know, Acetil's played a lot of people in his day, a lot of Roys in his day, so we're going to see if he's able to use some of that knowledge to combat this completely different and new Roy that we're seeing right now. And we got Acetil at ledge, getting a down tilt, still trying to just come back right now. Okios with a slight lead, gets the up air, and is not what you want to get hit by right now at this high percent.
Yeah. That down air was pretty dangerous too. That could have been punished pretty hard.
The holy water flying off the ledge, so Okios can just roll in and get that nice F tilt to get that stock right now. And Okios looking like he can get another win, but Acetil, once someone pulls ahead, the other one just yanks them back to their level. And now
this here is going to be a very important stock, because this stock either means the set is over and moving to grands, or we're going to a game 5.
Exactly, you know, Okios' tournament stock right now. Getting hit by almost everything, getting a lot of damage on him, but makes it back against all odds.
There we go, solid side B string to put the opponent off stage. Acetil making an immediate recovery. And now we're back in the
way
neutral
back.
here. It's true.
Exactly, back in the neutral, taking it slow again. This is important for both players. Let's see you can get it. Let's see you can climb above the other.
That's right. Definitely starting to play a lot more defensive to both of them, you can tell.
Exactly, you know, they're needing to be a little more attentive to your surroundings. A nasty hit for Okios.
Oh no, getting to climb that ledge grab twice over with that down B, but still able to make himself back onto the stage. 132%, and Astil is definitely taking control of the situation compared to that last game. Is definitely catching on to a lot of the tricks and definitely taking advantage of the Lilat pick to just deny him that ledge guard that he normally would have had, or that ledge grab that he normally would have had. Yeah, the Lilat platforms, or the Lilat ledges, I should say, definitely opened up a lot for Astil. See the way he's able to angle those bottle throws in ways that he just normally wasn't able to, landing a back here to close out the last game.
Good stuff from both players. You know, you saw a new stage, new tricks when it comes to Acetil. He picked that stage knowing stuff like that can happen. You saw Okios escape Holy Water at ledge a few times, so what he do to end the game, he found out where he was going to be when he escaped that Holy Water, or when he just got hit by it. You know,
equally commendable though. No, very true, but equally commendable that Okios was just able to shake things up to that extent. You know, it really just forced Astil to make that sort of decision making.
Exactly. You know, just it was just one situation away from being a game 5, and then so much so being in the other way of just giving. He was clearly potent with that Roy. He knew what he wanted to do. But at the end of the day, you know, Astil just ended up coming up on top. But I got to give it to Okios. Insane diversity in the cast that he plays. But right now, we're going to get started right now with Grands.
Very true. We're getting started here at Grand Finals for today's. I mean, this has been a very fun cap jump. I got to say.
Exactly. You know, a lot of bangers right now. Banger matches going back and forth, and we got these brothers right here coming at it again. Krupp and Acetil.
Very true. These matches have been positively busting through and through, and I'm glad that we got to take a part of it. Now it's going to be culminating into the first stock here for Krupp, starting it off in Grand Finals with a strong back air finish.
Quick back air just to put him back right now. Put him back to score 1. The Acetil climbing in, trying to get more percent. Once again, these two just trade blows.
Very true. They're just going par for par right now. And there's that up B. Not able to finish off the stock just yet, but an up smash to catch the jump over that platform is going to be exactly what Krupp needs to get himself a little bit of a breather right now, just to recalibrate himself.
And you know, a little pause right here, but that was a pretty nice up smash nonetheless. I would take a break afterward too.
Grab a drink, each other a pat on the back. Hey, that up smash was real nice. You ready to go? All right, let's do it.
Exactly, perfect. Let's get back into
mid-set coaching? Wait, is mid-set coaching illegal? Are they coaching each other? I don't know.
I don't know. These two always, you see them laughing all the time when they're playing, even in Grands. Seeing these two play is definitely a sight.
Yeah.
Gentleman right here putting Acetil off stage. He's coming back though. Interesting downer, but techs that Krupp. He's very, very quick with his reflexes.
Very true here. Look at that. 2 downers in a row, and was even ready for a third.
Oh, gets hit by Holy Water, but manages to make it back. Doesn't get hit by the axe. First hit of Nair connecting, but not much after. See if Acetil can get back.
Good forward to decline that edge guard, yeah. Really smart play there.
Down tilt again.
Oh, and the single hit of down tilt followed up by down smash. That is one thing that Acetil has shown to be a very powerful tool. You know, more often than not, you're expecting that second hit to come through, but that single hit on its own can put you in a pretty dangerous spot like you just saw.
Exactly, you know, but, you know, just like that, Krupp takes that stock. He's in the leads. For now, let's see if Acetil can bring it back.
Very true.
The down air not being able to lead into anything else. We got Krupp applying more pressure. Sour hit of Dare is not going to end it, but close.
Very close to doing so, but not just yet. Krupp getting a last-second recovery option as his opponent stayed on that bottom end of the stage and even got a whole reversal and the first game on the board.
Man, Krupp is crazy, man. What can I say? He saves people just to get what he actually wants. He doesn't want the game to end on an SD. He wants to end it on his terms, and that's something I enjoy watching this Falcon a lot.
Exactly. Very cool to see that Krupp just has that command straight out the gate.
Running it back.
Very strong, demanding presence.
Going back to PS2, you know, classic. Once again, just going to keep going back at it, these two.
Yeah, straight back to PS2. Very unlikely they'll be seeing a counter pick because I've seen this matchup a couple of times, like I mentioned. They always just seem to give it the little finger twirl to run it right back.
Exactly. It seems like stages don't matter to them. They're just trying to fight at the end of the day.
Very true.
Nice option right there to dodge the holy water. He
Oh,
gets
there
trapped
it is.
in it though. The second time around, Acetil though, expecting another wave of recovery, leads to bad situation for him, but makes it back. Interesting. A footstool to downer. Just that technical prowess showing up right there.
Very good stuff. And there we go. Oh, Acetil denied that ledge grab twice over, but still able to grab onto the ledge with that up B.
Interesting. I love seeing that move. It's just so funny. Oh,
Oh my!
the
I love
down
seeing
air.
that move too. But check it out. That down air came out too quick for Captain Croak to be able to make a recovery back onto the stage, and we're right back to square one.
It's like firecrackers in a box. You don't know how it's gonna go. That was great down air, but just wasn't able to recover. Maybe a little too quick to the trigger, but it's all about the style. They're showmen. These two are showmen for a reason.
Very true. They're definitely here for the cinematics, and that's exactly what we're getting here in Game 2 so far. Acetil doing a phenomenal job, though, at keeping his opposition away from the center stage. But check out Captain Krupp, catching him lacking once with that down air, and got him right there with that back throw. But check it out, Acetil able to make a full recovery on said mistake and take the second stock and bring his opponent down to the last.
It's crazy to me how comfortable Acetil is off stage. You know, you expect that kind of stuff from a Falcon, which is very good. Krupp's very potent at that, but I gotta commend it to Acetil where this dude's comfortable off stage in a game where a lot of people aren't. Ooh, but just as I say that, a little SD right there, but nothing too big. Let's see if Acetil can bring it back.
Very true. There we go. Even neutral right now. No real big exchanges being made right now, but you can tell that they're definitely fishing for some. Landed that back air, tries to go for a nair as well, and that nair, if you know Falcon, you know that that's a big start to something if he landed.
Trading small blows right now. They're trying to find that one opening.
Here we go, starting to pile up once again.
Krupp putting pressure at ledge. What's he gonna do? Acetil rolls in, gets grabbed, can make it back. What's his option now?
Good uppy though to regain that stage control. Acetil going to be at the ledge this time around. And what's Krupp's option going to be? He tries to punish that block on the down air, but instead he's going to be getting a down tilt, reaching way low for that back air, definitely further than he would have been able to recover. So that was his all or nothing gambit right there.
Deep back air coming in from Krupp right there just to close it out. Down tilt, gnarly angle already, just so he can get that solidifying back air to give him that second game.
Very true. Yeah, good finisher there from Krupp, 2 in a row. And now 1 game away from closing out tab jump number 3.
Exactly, you know, Krupp being very close to end it out. And we'll see if he can, or if Acetil's got enough fight in him to bring it back. Maybe even take it to a second set.
And here we go. Yep, running it straight back to PS2 as we foretold. And so far, it seems like Krupp is actually doing a little bit of platform pressure like you saw with that up smash.
Oh, wow. Going for it right away there with the conversion into the down air. Just doesn't quite get it. Acetil being wise of that. These up airs, though, just climbing damage.
Yeah, and that damage is really starting to get up there, too.
Acetil almost getting something started, but Krupp interrupts it.
There we go. Acetil now is going to be in control of the stage, but nairing him straight onto the stage, he's going to just forward air and right back over to the other ledge and just pick up where he left off.
Exactly, and if you blinked and missed it, Acetil's already back. You know, it's very even right now.
Very true. Here you go, trying to get those back airs off of the platform. Krupp's going to be keeping a safe distance, though. Seems to be the wiser on that tech.
Presses his options. Doesn't quite get it, though, Krupp. A little wiser to that, but gets that aerial. You're comfortable off stage for a reason, man. You get those stocks. And now he's in the lead, but that Falcon kick not going to be enough. Can he make it back, though? And he does.
Yeah, able to make it back onto the stage pretty safely here, but not safe at 155. It's pretty hard to be at 165 and call yourself safe, you know?
Exactly. Gets hit by an up air, though. Krupp trying to find that hit that's going to get him that stock. The gentleman, not enough, but close.
Gotta appreciate the effort there.
Exactly.
There we go. Good nair to follow up as well, especially at the lower percents. Oh, but there we go. Now Krupp is going to be catching on to that first stock for game number 3. And, you know, still a little bit of a percent lead here for Acetil, but it's like when you have so much damage output available to you, especially if you're someone who knows how to use this character like Krupp, it could be a tie very quickly.
Oh, 100%. And with a character who has stomps and, you know, strong hits like a knee, that's your stock can be gone in a second. And Krupp looking to make that happen with a
exactly
mid-fair.
that. Very close.
Oh, right there, Acetil putting the pressure on, continuing, even though he stared death right in its face, making sure that he's coming back with that fire right now, trying to capitalize on this lead. He doesn't want to lose this stock without taking Krupp's. Krupp, though, making sure that he puts up a fight almost at 200%.
A dang good fight at that, but there we go. Now Acetil pulling out in front once again. Maybe this will be the last time he needs to pull out in front before game number 1 is on his board.
Exactly, you know, keep applying this pressure. You got him behind, but Krupp with a Falcon kick to put him a little bit ways away. Grabs him again. Acetil firing back off stage, making sure Krupp doesn't get a free edge guard.
There we go. Good drag down nair. It's going to be exactly what he needs to regain that stage control. Look at that. Up, he's going to be catching him whacking, but not catching that stock just yet.
Exactly, you know, just not quite yet. The Falcon kick missing, but manages to get that grab from a whip down tilt coming from Acetil.
Here we go, trying to space himself out with these forward tilts. And there we go, the little Castlevania jab coming in clutch, but at such a low percent, it's not going to be enough to get him a positive hit.
Exactly, but he's still living. Get tethered, swings past that, putting more damage on Krupp. Krupp trying to close this out.
But
trying to bring it back to
do
his.
even more, and even closer to doing so, but Falcon Kick is going to catch him this time, and now we got our tied stock count. This is either a game 4 or it's a game, set, and match. It's really no in between right now.
Exactly, this could be the end of the tournament right now, but if Acetil can help it, he's going to keep fighting to make sure he continues on in this set. Krupp, though, commanding him with these aerials on platform, traps him. It's about even now, and to evade Krupp's insane pressure, just misses the mark a little bit, but an insane match nonetheless. It's a nail-biter from the beginning to the end with these two.
That is going in top 10 things y'all really hate to see, man.
Yep.
You know what? One thing we definitely do love to see was just everything we saw today. Really, really good stuff all throughout so far, but it looks like they're running it back.
They might be doing.
So you know what?
A little
that game was so bad. Do you just like want to not count it?
I mean, if we'll see if they take it. We can see Krupp's not. Oh, Krupp's there on screen. They might be running it back.
So that ending was so tragic. We just gotta not count it.
Exactly. Just an amazing game to lead to that. They're trying to please the people. We'll see if they make it happen, or if this is just a random friendly. We'll see.
Just friendlies. I'm pretty sure it's just friendlies, but you know.
Yes, yeah.
They're making me think though. I was like, wait, what if our scoreboard wasn't right? Hold on.
Yeah, for these two got me doubting everything right now.
Exactly, bro. They make me question. Oh yeah, that is over. I was like, dog. I was like, wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Did we all get it twisted? This is still like game 2 or what? Nah, but that's gonna be it there. We'll leave the two brothers to it. Settle their brotherly quarrels. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it's just right back to it with Krupp. Oh, you want another game? All right, back to the grind. It's a stomp in the first 30 seconds of the game. That's nuts.
These two just love playing the game. They just love fighting each other. You gotta commend that spirit.
Yeah, man. You gotta love that competition. You gotta love that competition. Yeah, they're just running
good. You know, the friendly to close it out, send the crowd home happy.
Oh my goodness!
You don't make the crowd happy with a knee like that. That's an.
I was like, is this a friendly or is this looking like more like a hostile? Like this is not friendly at all.
This is a foe right here with a strong knee with Krupp.
It's a death match right here. Oh my goodness!
Drag down Nair, almost bringing it with Acetil.
Like a throwdown. There we go. Good forward tilt from Acetil, trying to regain some more stage control. Or coming in with the side B. That actually starts up quite a bit. You'd be surprised.
Exactly.
There we go. There's
tried and true right there.
Right there. Yeah. Here comes Krupp once again, trying to land these. Oh my gosh, he really is just going for it, man. Really just going for it on these side Bs, man.
He is just, you know, throwing caution to the wind, but still hitting them.
Exactly.
Oh, Cleverness coming in from Mouse, so trying to keep him at bay a little bit. The Castlevania jab right there, putting a little bit of damage.
Exactly, man. And there's that pressure at the ledge. Oh no, but just high enough to where that angled forward smash couldn't even land.
More ledge pressure right there.
Running straight
Run up
through the
grabs.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff from Krupp even now. Look at all that damage on the shield, man.
Very close
Tremendous
to
shield damage. Oh, there we go. Down smash again, man. That's been proving pretty useful for Acetil.
Yep, and
There you go, bro. Watch Acetil win the one game that's not in bracket.
I mean, he very well just might. But if Krupp can help it, he's going to try edge guard him. You know that.
Oh, and Krupp can't help himself but to try exactly that. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Facing out the opponent. Krupp's just able to get right through there so quick on his feet. As to landing these forward tilts on shield, very good pressure.
Acetil climbing back right now. Down tilt, see what else he can get from it. Another down tilt just to hit him right there.
There we go. Look at that, baiting him out. It's very interesting because it almost looks like you can like choose the direction in which you like throw them, like whether you throw it like closer or further from the opponent. But it's really just like depending on how you jump. It's always the same angle.
Exactly. Just that's how you. If you're able to pick those different angles, it just proves you're able to move very well with the character. And a quick back throw will end it.
And oh man, and that's gonna do it for. I don't even know what we would call that match, but you know what I'd call this whole tournament? A damn good one. I gotta say, I'm liking Tap Jump, and I'm glad that we have it back. I was very excited to see it coming back, but I haven't actually been able to sit down and watch one until now.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
Cool.
Very happy to see this comeback.
I was gonna say, and I'm glad that you joined me too as well, Toad. It's been a minute since we've had you on the mic, and you said it as well. Really good stuff from you as well.
Hey, thanks, man. Always a joy. Nice commentating with you. You know, I anticipate having some good back and forth with you, and you know, overall, it's a dope-ass tournament to watch.
I am inclined to agree. Big shout-outs, of course, to the venue that's hosting Tap Jump, as well as to FrameSync Media for doing all things production so that we can commentate from home. If you guys are new here, yeah, we're not even at the venue right now. I'm big chilling in my computer chair. I'm probably going to grab something to eat after this, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys probably on Monday is when I'll be on again next. So I'll see you guys like tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. But hey, one more time before we go. I don't know if we have a graphic for it or not, but either way, man, be sure to sign up for Ascension at smash.gg/Ascension. Definitely looking forward to that. We've got actually a sizable number of entrants last time I checked. I believe we did have an offer that unfortunately expired as of now, but hey, if you guys have already signed up for Ascension, we got news for you. Every single one of you guys that signed up before October 9th are going to be receiving a printed badge with your name on it for the event. So check that out. Look forward to it on October 23rd. And what about yourself, Toast? You got any plans for Ascension?
Nothing, just to attend. It's always fun. You go in there, just go with the wind. Let the whole. It's exciting to have that vibe back. There's nothing quite like an Ascension to kind of bring you into the whole scene. So if you haven't gone, definitely go. If you haven't gone in a while, or you know, if you just want to go to a nice tournament, I say go to Ascension. That's where it's going to be.
I'd say so too. Yeah, and we're definitely looking forward to having some out-of-state talent as well. So that's always something great to look forward to as well. I got a couple homies from out of state too that I'm looking forward to seeing. So if you think you can make the drive out, like y'all don't even got to pay straight away. You can always pay at the door. I myself plan on doing the same thing right now, just starting a new job. So like I'll be getting my first paycheck by then as well. But in the meantime, any closing thoughts other than what we covered already?
You know, overall, just keep an eye out for Ascension. Tap Jump is back, and as you can see, it's coming in with a bunch of fire. Excited to see who comes through more and more. You know, very, very happy to see the scene coming back in a full swing.
That's right. Yeah, of course. Like I mentioned again, very fun commentating with you. Big shout out to everyone who competed today and everyone who put everything together. That's going to do it for us, though, today. So look forward to tomorrow. We'll be hosting our pilot program once again, and looks like I'll be on the mic. Who am I joined by? Who knows? Honestly, I usually don't find out till I'm there. So either way, I'm looking forward to being with you guys, the viewers, for sure. I'll have my chat open and we can say what's up and all that. But until then, see you next time. And thanks for tuning in.
See you next time, folks.